our traditional healer.
Alright guys, welcome to a full house edition of the Kishingani podcast.
Yes sir.
You guys, I'm really squeezed up kwa kiti.
Wala.
Bashir amekula like very quart.
Sani karibia.
Huh? Okay, Bashir, you guys really expanding like the solar system.
Yeah, but at least umepunguza.
Ndio.
Yeah.
I'm expand akipunguza.
Bashir is really going to explode soon. We're really gonna have a podcast.
Napenda venye hii matusi you change according to the month. Next month najua new boy.
Cheki, no, alikuwa msempoa. Kenya liwapenia ni ali explode. Pieces zake tulizigather. So karibuni sana maze, long time no see but
wow,
It's been a minute.
especially these two individuals. Duta, how are you?
Me, I'm good.
Maze wasewa na kutisha sana hapo kwa comment.
Wameadimika kama wale wanazi.
Wadaku you guys.
Sautan salimia. Wewe usijaona mzee retract salamu jo. Mzee amereverse.
Wali wadaku maze.
Mimi niko poa as can be.
Habari ya nganga.
Nganga kuna neno.
Hakuna maandamano huko. Mbele mbona muandamani kama nikite?
Manze huko.
Tema zee ni kama mnateseka sana.
Kitema tumejaa sana na William Samoei Ruto. We tired of dust bitch.
Umwai tokea hata moja kweli.
Juzi nilikuwa
Unajua nasikia kwa maandamano wanaitisha ID. Akishaona
I think wanaitisha attendance sheet. Unaingia maandamano wanaistamp.
Cheki DVK akiapo na kustampia nini za. DVK alitokea maandamano za nini zote.
Literally amekuwa kwa zote
DVK should come to this point.
Na msee ni Mrwandese lakini mazee anatetea hii Kenya kama better than wa Kenya wenzetu hapa.
I think Kenyan side is very angry with William Samoei. You know Kenya speak here where is Rwandese side is speaking right.
Yeah. And then unajua anaenda na mrembo wake pia. Me I feel like that is
they go together.
Yeah, that is like the most romantic thing ever. But now once you start running sasa unajua like amwezi shikana mkono mki
yani kile mtoke mbio peke yake. So how
but hizi acha demu yake
that's a weak link there.
But
bora na assume demu yake hizi kimbia.
Ajasema ni demu yake, anasema DVK. Whoever can't run.
Nywele cha kwa ile space.
Yeah, the dreadlocks.
Yeah, but mademu wametokea honestly. Kwa hizi maandamano I think they are the majority honestly.
Na wako more than jamas to be honest.
Yeah, na wako very roju like they're not afraid that isijui nini.
Cops can't.
But I've seen a couple of videos wakipigwa mazee.
Yeah, but not like wewe unaweza fanya some things ni buddies wamekifanya.
But to be honest, is there any chick who's been shot dead in town?
Yeah, they have been injured na kunule journalist.
Oh
yeah. Was it police?
The doctor, there's that Dr. Margaret, the one was shot at like akihudumia wase.
Who?
There was a doctor who was shot.
For real?
Yeah.
Wapi?
Kwa hiyo camp.
CPD.
I think there was a first aid camp or something, and then she was shot.
So it's just like two chicks, okay?
No, but if I want to be shot, I'd rather be shot at a first aid camp.
Not if you're the one who's the doctor.
You can't get
Immediately.
But you guys, why did those cops shoot that journalist?
I don't know. Yeah. I think right now like wameanza kurealize like the more because me like the first times kienda maandamano realize like as long as umeva like near press like you don't have to run like actually you're on the side of the cops so like you
can even be behind them.
Yes indeed. But I think sasa now wameanza kuona like the clips zinatokea kama the clip ya ukara wa kofia akishoot ning wasena tear gas so wako like kama like my journalists wanna take such videos it's very bad for like they can't do whatever they wanna do if there's like
but it seems the Nakuru cops were excessively aggressive
in Nakuru
because Nax ndio walishoot journalists and then Kite it was just protesters who were getting shot but
me I think it's because they can't see them because of the dust cover you know you can't see like
it's hard to figure out who is a journalist
do we even some other veteran reporter called
Masharia guy they were saying that you all call it after Francis guy
so how do you mistake those just look at the person who's angriest arrest the angriest
you guy jana during the tremor somebody said that the guy alianguka but they only scared tremor they thought there was somebody in my window
maybe I didn't feel it, but my mom was telling me she felt it.
Me didn't feel it,
I felt it.
She thought it was
like will you feel like what is the
Yeah,
sensation
I was in the bedroom and all of a sudden my thing is shaking. All of a sudden,
everything is
stuff over there.
You guys,
This is normally not nice.
me knew it was an earthquake because you guys was in Komongai and things were shaking.
yeah.
You joke Mikali.
Ndo maana umza amebring up hiyo topic and alikuwa na joke already. But mimi sikuifeel, sijui kwa nini. I wonder why.
Maybe you were moving around.
Yeah, maybe nilikuwa napanda stairs or something.
Like the escarpment, the falls, because like the sedimentary rocks. Like in Rongai, it's more like marble, so it cautions you more, so you might not.
Yeah, and then also if you live in the game park, it's hard to feel.
And then also
if you're enroaching
tectonic plates maybe zimeni, but that's so weird, like the way that ati earth inaweza move in itself. Yeah,
kuna msee alisema ati Sagodi amejamia Ruto.
Tremors must go. Tremors must go.
Ama Sagodi was trying to angusha Charlene's weave.
Ama namna gani my friends?
Unibo.
You see like a picture of Ruto akiwa mama kamdomo anasema ati anajua nani amesponsor earthquake.
Oh yeah, I saw that stuff, man. But you guys, too many things are happening, man.
Yeah.
You guys, Jesus is about to come back. You guys should convert to Jesus.
no, mimi nimekelea multibet you guys.
Kwa hivyo
Everywhere you guys. Nafanya tafuta ya man tuingie temple. You by the whoever comes mazee mimi niko sorted you guys. Kama ni Jesus mimi niko sawa. Kama ni Allah mimi niko ndani you guys.
Check it Buddha, you guys. Check it. I knew you, my guy.
Sinaona mimi na wewe tunatoshana. Tuna nini?
Buddha is a guy of Fidanga. Check it Buddha. Check it. You know Buddha is so fat either.
I don't know. I mean,
it's the way rhinos eat mboga, but still.
Rhinos eat mbogas.
But was he fat in real life?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Was he a real person?
I don't know if
Was he a mythical?
was there someone
There was a guy who
like he walked the face of the earth.
Aman. Hello? Was good. Oh, he's a Punjabi.
He's an Indian.
He's a Sikh.
He's the one. Ni hao wenye wana believe in like they have many gods, not one. Like they have a god for every. They have a god for money, a god for
Guruji.
In Hindus.
I think Hindus, ndio ama?
Scared. There was a real Buddha who lived in the 4th through 6th centuries.
Okay.
At least 200 years ama?
I think that's the time he was eating.
Ama 2000 years.
He's meditating.
But it's not niona.
But in other places is
Young Buddha is not really.
I think there are two.
Oh, only Buddha place.
This is before. There's before and there's after.
Yeah, Buddha Blaze alini, but shout out to Buddha Blaze.
Yeah,
You
shout
know
out to Buddha Blaze.
Alini text Mazeve Chappelle was here. Congrats on Chappelle. Check me, congrats on Chappelle.
There's a thank you.
Check it, I had nothing to do with Chappelle, manze.
But that was sad.
What?
That tungeenda tuone Chappelle you guy man. Ni wenyewe mlikata kudo what is required. No, we all know what we had to do, but no one was willing to.
Kunuka haga Eric. Check me nikilamba haga Eric.
Mimi kwa hiyo saga.
Check Chappelle atakam for
your sure. You imagine.
You guys tell you what he can do, eh? You should show me his lineup, then I see. If I should lamba or not.
Okay.
Check it, Kevin Hart. Sawa basi. Should I do the left one first?
Individualized.
Maze. So yeah, back to what's been cutting, Maze. Rongai was quiet.
Rongai was quiet. I think after that kid was shot, there was a knee, like when they were carrying his body, I think the mortuary or something, there was a procession per se. That was the last time there was any major maandamano. But Kite, you guys, every time.
I don't know what's cutting. Kite by 8 was there. But I feel like most of them are good, to be honest.
Yeah, then you just.
Because they really messed up the Pizza Inn. You know, there's a lot of looting despite the protests.
I think by then kuna wase like they want to take advantage of that, like hiyo chaos. Msee ameamua leo lazima ingie shopping.
But what do you think? Do you think guys should tulia kiasi and we look for a way forward?
Na terrific choices lazima ninge Pizza Inn. hata wakifunga bro, how do I get my extra pizza? I understand si wakitengeneza pizza bro, mnafungaje pizza hino on their own when you have the offer?
So walikujia buy one get all free.
But wali raid hizo fridge za masoda hiyo, but waliacha maji just going like they left the water.
Hivyo ndo unajua si watu wakite.
I know that's a protest.
So do you think Gen Z should chill kiasi at least for a few weeks? At least tupunge hewa.
Finya.
I don't think
Finya kabisa.
tukichill saizi now we have Ruto is surviving on head movements
No, but
right
what
now.
if he comes back with more force? No, there's
What do
that
you mean
danger,
more
right?
force?
Like arudishe also military on the road.
But the only reason
maybe he'll become more hard-hearted.
nah.
Because the guy is not changing, as you guys can see.
But see, dissolve cabinet.
What about those rumors that like behind the limelight at sijui what is like the cabinet wasn't resolved, sijui the bill is passing? I've just seen some tweets. I don't know how true they are.
Oh
I don't know, there's
Even
that
the office of the
first and second lady
it hasn't
That,
been
scrapped.
scrapped off like in
But
actual
is it
sense.
still receiving funding? Maybe that's the question.
I think that's the
Yeah.
because
they are
now
using their fully.
there's another bill, the appropriations bill or something now, which has now all those things and yet tulikuwa hatutaki from the finance bill. So I think he signed that too. So there's a lot happening. I think maybe we need
Maybe we need to re-strategize
expert.
for a few weeks.
what do you
No,
mean?
we need to keep pressing. the
We as
gas.
the Gen Zs,
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, because there's clear things that we
This podcast in the agencies, huh?
But anyway, I'm just playing devil's advocate. What do you guys think? What do you think?
there's pros and cons to be had on both sides. Wakiacha then it won't be done what they need.
No, I'm not saying wacha nini. You still have the kuna story next week Uhuru Park. Like re-strategizing.
Yeah.
Instead of the same old street protest, this week wase wako Uhuru Park, next wamegather. That's safe. I don't know who can get shot in such a place. Then the other week something else. I don't know, man.
So going to the street because going to the street pia ina affect like businesses.
Yeah.
Because it's like saizi watu washajua like every Tuesday I'm not gonna make any sales.
But to be honest,
Like
if that's the idea. The idea is to do something that will stress people to create the
To
chaos.
force their hand.
Yeah.
Because if businesses are not working, there are no taxes, like
Yeah.
the economy is losing money daily.
Yeah.
So if guys still can go to and open their shops, that's not a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
The
part
cop
of the
who nini the tear gas can't open his shop. Jackie. Say family with the bus.
You guys, that is sad, you guys. You think he started a shop with his meat? Nasikia alipewa meat?
Alipewa mita.
Nilimsee kwa pod ndio alisema.
alipewa mita yeah.
Alafu
Yeah.
thank you for giving me.
But sasa yeah ajui kaa ni mita because haizi hesabu.
One, two.
Wamtumie MPESA jo wakimpea cash yenyewe wamemuumiza.
Cheki M-Pesa. Cheki hiyo message inasema
Sana alipa pesa cheki ingia kwa mfuko nitolee hiyo thao.
cheki ukiscroll.
Mse maybe atumie tablet.
Cheki itumie tablet.
You guys, that is sad though.
But I think venye Nduta anasema like sahi tumefika a point of no return. I think so because if now we decide and say okay sawa businesses zimeanza kulose pesa nini tuache kuandamana atuje ni objective yetu bado.
What's
We
our
have not
objective
achieved
as Gen Zs?
As Gen Z's our objective is to because now
Yes.
there's no
They should be arrested for
impersonation.
purporting to be a Gen Z.
there's no opposition right now because Baba already ashaenda huko. Like there's no one to keep the government on their toes. That's our job, and it's supposed to be a continuous process. Haitaisha ati once one thing has happened. Inafai kwa every time they need to know that if they don't,
So what's the
if they're
demand now?
right now
Yeah.
we want to remove
Yes.
all corrupt and all corrupt
Which one?
officials.
It's do away with
PS.
corruption and like
Then accountability.
PSs, huh?
Yeah.
Yes, as
Yeah,
well.
everyone. PSs
And
is supposed to be
and
children.
Yeah, they should
yes,
be treated
ndio.
because they're
Our
all
advisors.
scholars.
I think so. maybe
PS.
Nasikia wengi ni wakali.
Yes, the PSs wengi ni wakali.
Yeah, and they're not qualified for those jobs.
Yeah.
PS
Kama
stand for?
nani kama
Kutuma
hiyo
token.
Lang'ata alikuwa
PS,
anaitwa
Clay
Nixon
Station.
Korir. Si Nixon Korir is a PS Walanda. Like what does that guy know?
What does PS stand for?
And even people who
Manu.
She is secretary.
What does PS stand for?
What is the
Nini? Personal.
I can't believe no one knows.
It's not about-
we are just personal.
What's the-
On a laptop up.
by something secretary, right?
Principal secretary.
Oh,
So-
na cabinet secretary.
Sorry, me was talking about my
CS
own.
ndo cabinet secretary sasa.
Yeah?
Cabinet. What did they
Hiyo PS ya
Yeah,
barua
that's-
inamaanisha?
Nini wa PS? Or
Yeah.
like PS.
Nini?
Damn. We're really
Ni
dumb.
Latin ama kitu.
PS ya barua. What do you mean ya
No,
barua?
but this is the
Yeah.
You're
intelligent
writing and
podcast.
then
But I
you
think
say
PS,
it should be
Lucas.
please
Yes,
note,
please note.
right?
please
No,
note.
but
But
is
the
it
S is
Latin?
Latin or what?
Yeah,
Oh, no.
it should be Latin. per
So
se.
it means presente setatonda. Wacha ni check.
Thank you.
Endelea mino.
So what is the role of
Later.
what the difference in what CS do and PS do?
I don't think there's much.
No,
of a
no, no.
difference.
PS are more of the technocrats. Actually, PS should be the sharpest guy
In
because
that-
they're the
in
ones
that
who
area,
actually,
sindio?
yeah, they're the ones who actually carry out what's supposed to happen. See, these guys create the roadmap, and then they give it now to the PSs, who are normally very sharp guys who know how to.
Basi
get
hakuna
things.
haja ya mtu mmoja hapo, si ndio?
What do you mean?
The sharp one na babaki huyo mwingine atolewe.
Yeah, okay, ideally.
But now all of them are very blunt.
The sad thing is, especially for this administration, most of the PSs are just guys who have just been ekelewa there. They are not the technocrats wa kitambo. No,
What
these
does
guys who are
technocrat mean?
a professional in that
In
area.
that field.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ama
For
he's been in
example-
the civil service for a while. He knows how things
For
work.
example,
so,
Murkomen alikuwa the CS of
Corruption.
transport and sijui nini. No Sudi ndo wa corruption. So-
sorry.
So umse he's not a professional in first of all in his field because
Yeah.
he's supposed to be a lawyer.
Yeah.
Like that is what is done professionally.
Yeah, true.
So what is a lawyer doing in roads and transport?
Exactly. Yeah. So although there are some guys who are gifted in a way that they could create change in any place. Remember, like Michuki.
Yeah.
Michuki, anywhere you put him, he'd be.
Nani this guy me alikuwa ni security.
Matiang'i.
Matiang'i.
Yeah.
And then you find these guys like some of the like you see when he's campaigning there's a lot of roadside promises that he's making to the people. He's like, oh unajua nikikuja mkinichagua nitafanya hivi. So he does the same also to these people. So once akiingia kwa kiti like he first has to reward
His cronies.
his cronies.
Yeah, which is
So
just-
that is one thing and you see
Can't run a
ataki
country
like
Yeah.
kama unataka kuwa reward we watumie do
Yeah.
why are them funds
Shout them out every now and
usiwaeke
then.
into like high positions zenye zitatu affect other than our secular do they don't know whatever they are doing
They don't know,
in
yeah.
those
That's
So they're just there to make money, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then can you imagine you're a technocrat, you've been in that ministry for long, then you're really good. Then just some punk from Luandeti anakuja kwa boss wako.
maze
What the heck is going on here, man? Huh? Kibaki was really good at putting very sharp guys in those dockets.
and there are many guys who are very
Yeah,
qualified
there are
you
very
know
many qualified Kenyans who
yeah
love
but
their
these
country, man.
people who are learned and they are smart and they have experience like they're the ones who are least paid they're the ones who are taken advantage of
Yeah.
but
Kibaki
it's
was
a
an
ruthless
Yeah, he was.
like studying, sindio?
Yeah.
Bro, kasi Lucy Kibaki masejo tungekuwa bado. Yeah.
Mazeo dem alimstress.
unakumbuka ile time alienda ilikuwa Citizen ama
Hadi
ilikuwa
suruali inaanguka.
Ilikuwa all media houses. Ile
what was the problem
one
mimi
wife.
nakumbuka tu akienda
Ama unaongea story.
no kuna time alienda akaingia kwa media house fulani
Oh nani? Nini?
Lucy, yeah.
Yes, Alien Nation.
Oh, aka.
what was the what
See, somebody had written, they kept writing articles that were ingiliang them. So alikuwa ameenda kutafuta editor. Paka kina KJ did a parody of that thing.
Yeah.
Check it, who is the editor of this newspaper? Alafu anapatana na wechi hapo nje anamuuliza, "Are you Gado?"
Gado.
Look at that. Awesome.
Gado used to push it.
He's the first like cartoon
Okay.
satirist,
Yeah.
sindio?
Not the first. The first is Mado.
Well, like the Mado, big
Like one of the
And
first
the
ones.
like prominent, like
Sado.
well known.
Mado, then now Gado. You get postscript. PS means. Yeah.
Is it Latin?
hebu
no,
angalia
it's
angalia difference ya kazi ya ni CS na PS mimi yenyewe siku trust yenyewe honestly
Postscript, still Latin.
But see, it's defined by the constitution.
sasa useme
Ama in Kenya.
in Kenya yeah.
What does PS mean in Kenya?
No, see hiyo ni principal secretary. What is the difference in whatever the, and then also there's a lot of redundant positions in government kabisa. Duplications iko like people are doing the same work na bado wanalipwa. And then me like Kenyan human like this government and the way like the budget is set up is like more than half of the budget is recurrent expenditure, like inakuja kupay salaries, inakuja
redundant posts
and then now kama like I went for the one like the interns like wakilala huko MOH like for them they just want to be posted, so gava inasema and I think they need like 300 billion, si ati ni pesa ni mob like Sudi na Murkomen wakichanga wanaweza kufikisha so it's like kuna a lot of redundant positions zenye paia hiyo do inaenda hapo, simfute tu wase kazi and then pay doctors.
Wasa nasema imagine us, we are comedians, doctors are not getting paid like a medical doctor who studied more than 7-8 years. Mazee ataka 40k ndio wanapigania kupata or whatever it is, 70 whatever. Us as comedians, how do you expect to make a living if doctors are being treated this way by?
And then now we have doctors who wamekuja kufanya comedy sasa.
Imagine. Shout out Wahito.
Yeah.
Shout out who else is a doctor? Comedy. Jacotis.
Dr. Ringling.
It's terrible. You're gonna learn of this needle. I can't stand the size of.
Is that the same song? Yeah.
Check it, I push it.
By then nilikuwa na nani? Nilikuwa na Otis. Na huyo anakuanga.
I push it back.
But she is just to shout.
Dr. Ringling. It's terrible. I am starting to stand the size of your needle.
So PS, the role of a PS is to direct and coordinate the general functioning of the organization within the operational guidelines of government policies and ensure effective deliverance of its mandates under the direction of the minister.
That's PS.
Yeah.
CS.
Like the hands of the...
That is CS, I'm a PS. PS, okay.
Yeah.
And then CS?
CS. The role of the CS is to steal money via
According to
the guidelines of the constitution.
Yeah, maze.
Sijashika difference.
Maze shit, man.
No,
I told
it's just square execution. Yeah, sindio?
We should execute all of them.
Especially now. There's some Gen Z's into our chicks. They're saying the way maze wakiingia power, they're gonna hang these guys in a public square.
Yeah, I didn't watch that, but I know that.
Guys
But
are
I think
upset.
also,
Twitter,
like the one thing nikiongea na nani Kiev man, so aniuliza like how like you guys how you gonna shout out to Nick Kiev man and Mozali shout out to him. So Kiev man was telling me like how will you guys know that you've how are you gonna measure that you may achieve the goals and you're setting out to nama mtakuwa mnaandamana tu forever and ever man.
So that's the question, right?
Me, I think a simple answer is once our money starts being seen tu penye inaenda.
The taxes, right?
Yeah.
Like all these taxes the last 2 years, where have they been going, man?
And then like every day the auditor general anakuja ako like sijui NYS cannot account for 1 trillion. Every single parastatal, every single in the executive arm of the government kuna a lot of money and they can't account for. Angalia story ya madam. The prime suspect in your story ya madam ilikuwa nani? Dam. Mwarer na sijui. Silikuwa Rotich ama ilikuwa nani? This guy he's still in the government up to now.
He was released immediately.
So instead of it was natuma like even someone who was part of like the knee, like why are you protecting guys who are clearly corrupt?
You guys, the day I knew this guy is crazy is the day so Aisha Jomo, you guys like CS.
Journalist.
Aisha the chick from Coastal.
Big yule.
Ule dem alikuwa anajumba.
Ule anakuanga na nini?
Hakuna kama Ruto.
Kwani what's her background?
That is all the qualifications she needed. Just as long as you are a sycophant, you guy unapata kazi.
You don't remember? You remember singing that song?
I didn't hear her sing.
Oh, that's not something you came up with right now?
No, she sang that song, you guys.
Bro, that's likening Ruto to...
Yeah? Manze.
She's a character.
To Jehovah.
Oh, manzo si lambe hivi.
So you get that chick became sijui head of public service. Remember?
Head is right.
Before she was
she already was head of something.
Ndio unacheka tu.
So you guys when tuko na sisi jana.
Utakuwa ya madem
Women's langata
kwa watatu. Totally solo you guys. But kuna Madrid solo
kwa na George you guys. Atakuwa na George kwa hiyo ni langata
so,
women.
Checky, that chick, I think she was accused of murdering bodyguard or something allegedly.
I think like the moment you start doing something wrong ndio unakuwa rewarded kwa hii gava.
It's as if you're the nastiest guy.
Ali madam say convicted or allegedly
bodyguard or something.
Hakuna wa kudungana na kisu. Hakuna wa kudungana na.
CS ring ding.
It's terrible.
I can't stop the blade of your dagger. I push it in.
He tries to pull it out. I push it back.
He starts to
push out.
I shut your mouth. You're terrible.
I can't stand the size of your dagger. Allegedly.
I think unafoita hii podcast allegedly.
You can allegedly will get you out of anything on up.
Tigioni umbwa allegedly.
Yeah. The Aisha Juma dragged back to murder.
Hadi nani? Hadi Obado. Obado pia.
He was supposed to be a CS.
Yeah.
You remember?
Impregnated a girl. That's the guy.
Yeah.
Sharon.
Yeah, and then killed her. Allegedly.
So brutally. Alikuwa live view. He's a journalist.
I mean, the views expressed by Ndutan.
I'm expressing the views myself. Jonalanamu did the last door on Sharon.
Yeah.
And there was a journalist in the car. Unachikilia time hata wanaambia ati come tuongee. So Sharon anapiga simu atina ameitwa na personal aid I think wa Obado. Amemshwa ati come tuongee to reconcile or whatever.
Ilikuwa story ya mtoi sasa yote.
I think she called him or he called her or something. I don't know. So they go meet up, but Sharon goes with one of her friends and who's also a journalist. Okay. So they imagine they're in the car together. Then they're going, they figure out a place, guys enter from both sides, so they get squeezed in the middle. So now they're being taken out to the place.
The slaughter,
imagine.
So even the journalist was...
So the journalist was in the mix, and he knew sasa nyote tunaenda kudai.
Alidai pia?
No. Because he was there giving the story on last door. What he did, that he figured at some place, I don't know what happened, I don't know. Imagine he was able to ruka out of the movie.
But I think they were concentrated more on Sharon. So.
She was panicking, she was crying. So the dog trying to shut her up. Maza, this guy rookered out and they tried to come look, and then it rocked to some house where you could just see a light. And then your story Sharon ikasema. Nasema umseme nikatwa amejisema. I know who killed me. Why
and then also like the people who are convicted, because I mean he didn't do it himself. He did it through his aid and sidini.
Kwanza aid mwenyewe na kupigia simu.
Yeah, that's some nasty stuff.
Of course you are.
By the way, to clarify, Aisha Juma, it wasn't a bodyguard. It was a man in the chaos that erupted in some election.
So I'll shoot too straightforward. Okay, that makes it fine. Surely. Why are we dragging such a saint in the mud?
I don't know what say waliisha utu lini. If I've owed someone today, I'm stepping down from everything. What do you mean?
What do you mean? That's not the nini.
The Kenyan way.
Yeah, not even that. Just from a privileged point of view. Come and say you'll do anything to protect yourself.
I think if you say wa kwanza, you'll feel bad.
But after a while,
the second person by third.
Because hiyo ilikuwa in a gathering literally, like kulikuwa na hundreds of witnesses. Like the amount of impunity unafaa ukuwe na ni kama Didmas. Like Didmas alishutu mse like point blank wase wakiona haikuwa wanajaribu kuficha.
See, now that's the thing we should change, Mazi.
Bro, you can get away with anything.
But we know you shit yote live. How are you still?
Bado wako how?
Yeah, true.
Afadhali things are live you can pinga then I guess. But if it's live,
Mazi.
Useme cheki. Wacha nisimame kando like because you.
But honestly, I think when we had a lawyer here, they'd explain how that happens because hizo loopholes ziko kwa nini ndio exploit. It's not like if I kill you, like if there's some dispute and no one presses charges, you can't.
Yeah,
there has to be someone, if it's the state or someone
out of court, sindio?
Exactly, like an out of court settlement.
And then also lawyers know, if you can afford a good lawyer, they know how to play around with the facts.
And better yet if you can afford the system, because the system is broken. Hiyo ndio inafanya wase wakuwe na impunity, they know they can do anything. And they'll just get away with it. Like just one phone call to nani Orezo, you guy unajua uko sawa.
Ni dunia gani tunaishi
man? Mimi naona wanasema ati utu imeisha nini. Mimi hii tu nimekuwa nikiona, and then the problem ni like the generation yenye ilikuwa ina preach sijui religion sijui is the way, like hawa say wote wanaendanga church. And these are the worst people ever. So they've been hiding under the guise of church.
No, you can't say it's church. It's just they just happen to be Christian. I get what you're saying, but
they are purporting to be
like each generation and they are now in leadership. See, and I say when like they are our parents, they are like they are very staunch in their religion, but the things they are doing as equal,
they're not aligned to the teachings of the religion they are proselytizing.
That's why like all of this me sijui any politician mwenye ajai like wote wanaendanga church kwa nini?
I'd rather judge a person outside of religion.
True that, me too.
No, but if you confess that religion, you should at least be on the
act like
like if I say I'm Saint Manu and then I'm doing unsaintly things.
Like Kisengani podcast.
Komonga podcast.
So unasema way forward ni kuendelea kuinject.
I think lazima tuendelee kuinject, and then ni Kenya napenda saizi ni like maandamano ina happen too spontaneously because unaangalia sijui Kabarnet watu wameni like we need to hold these leaders accountable because for a very long time tulikuwa tunajua mse afanye kazi, tumemuelect literally ajeunda barabara yote ajefanya anything na ako pale atakuja asimame mheshimiwa nini. Hiyo shit ndo mimi ilikuwa inanibona the older generation like niyo naseni mafala aje surely mheshimiwa anakuja
budangu fala
anakuja hata budangu ni venye yuko but hakuna venye like so kenapenda na majenzini hiyo like we'll call you off on hadi sahi
kupimana imeisha I think and Ruto if anything you should take it asi kwenda na hiyo kitu ngumu mko nayo.
I think the answer is not PR right now. Like kama hakuna kusave face
today, so some PR
immediate things that could be addressed. That's for sure.
Just do your work. Si wanyonge tu kadhaa tu. Hatutaki wengi, watatu tu. Wapeleke pale nini?
Hata wase
City Hall.
Wakitaka kununika wanuunike huko mbele. You can see kumechange.
Tuende na matomato zile. Wakipelekwa kunyongwa tunawaruhusia
corrupt us. Wanapata hiyo fear.
Kama Game of Thrones.
Akionyesha vitu obvious kama PS wakale wote. Hiyo ni kitu obvious. Can you switch it up? Hiyo si kitu ati ya kesho ama kesho.
Dialogue.
Mix.
Unasema nini?
Switch it up.
PS wakale peke yake, they should mix it up.
Mix it up.
There's a guy was telling me that in China, when you're given a public post, the first stop ni kwa jail to be shown the other corrupt guys who are there, man.
So Kenya wakashika tu wasi hata wawili watatu.
From there sasa ndio unapelekwa kwa ofisi yako.
Una resign siku ya kwanza sasa.
Sitaki hiyo kazi,
kuna intentions.
Sitaki hiyo kazi.
Unaona kwa hiyo space kuna msee alikuja ako like with all due respect your excellency, we sent a thief to catch a thief but you ended up smiling with them. Niko like I hope mzee anatumia VPN hiyo.
What reference?
Si kwa space?
No.
Akisema like tulituma muizi ashike wezi wengine.
Who's that instead?
Si Ruto.
Kushika who?
See the idea is if you want to catch a thief, this guy is taking long to load in.
No, I'm doing this for the context of the view as well.
The slow ones.
But I think that's the idea because hakuna mse angesema ati Ruto alikuwa free from blemish. Already if you have a case in ICC there's some
full of blemish.
And then our man wana disappear to you guys. Ma witness.
Hey, by the way, do you remember the story about the quarry? Did you see the DCI guys say that it's that fellow? That guy killed
42 women in the same location.
Put them in
2 years, but they've decomposed the same within 2 years.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Even the narrative of 42 women is not true, because there are some men in that. It's not like at women kabisa. It's like
maybe they had a sex change after they died.
They transitioned into the afterlife.
Yeah.
That's the next DCI.
I don't know how they're able to say there's this amount of bodies that were found, because see, there were parts.
I think like
but DNA,
the quickness of the way that entire thing was solved, ilikuwa very suspicious.
They were discovered Jan in the morning, 2
By
days later DCI guy was giving the
what was the
evidence?
Panga, masimu card, kibeti moja, sijui ati ngoza you can
title
my mom was saying in Brandon ni what
someone said ngoza ichaguza kinembe,
hizo ni za Airtel. Hizo ni za Airtel, ni za 5G, like azikuwa hiyo time, like
alafu kuna simu kaa 4 zinafanana
mbichi zote.
Guys were saying ati wameshika mzo Airtel. Maybe that guy is wear those gloves.
Pangarasti hata ijakaija mafu gloves zingine bigi kazi news.
Maybe those guys are arrested a cross dresser.
Very common.
No, na kaino.
You know, journalists went all the way to Vihiga, Shamahoho, looking for people for his
people. They don't know that guy.
Nobody knew, hata huku Mukuru, nobody knows.
But me, I think that's what's annoying these Gen Z guys. And me,
the outright just lying, like no effort to at least.
You know, you'd rather say, but you can even accept the thing. Police walikuja wanasema cheki. This is the case and we're still investigating. You don't have to come and cook a whole story. Baka umse anachangia 2 points that he used to select beautiful women. Why?
He was a psychopathic.
My boys exchange file with the panties. Bro,
I think I'm saying it after at least Butita wandike script. You script
and a script
in a machimo, you guys.
A serial toto.
Something so tragic.
Yeah, something so grave.
Even though me in a Newman, Nico, like at least afford us the decency. Just doing a good job when you're doing bad things.
Yeah, because
like hata kama ni a cover up surely.
And me, I think that's one of the reasons guys chomoka
on Tuesday, for sure, 100%.
Ruto ataka afaya nyamazie story kaizi. He should be talking about
head should be rolling.
By the way, like kuna kumbuka hiyo time there was an accident, like a couple of tragedies happened in Kenya. Hata story of floods nini, like he never spoke about, like as a president, like you're supposed to be concerned about your citizens. If something happens unakuja I like condolences to the family, the government is kama angalia wale wase wa mudslide ilikuwa wapi huko Maimahio. See there was some money yenye ilikuwa inafaa wase wajua nayo do hadi like even the money ya relief inakuwa corrupted, bro. Literally everything.
Hakuna kitu. I don't know.
Like at some point maze.
Yeah, that's the lying is quite annoying.
Imeisha your time ya life, for really.
And then it was a build up. You see the finance bill story. It was a build up of all those lies from day one. There's a day they said that the fuel will be 300 but because of the war in Israel and Palestine. Can you imagine, you guys?
Another nini makes sense. Angalia history ya fuel levy, like ukilipa fuel there's some money. I think ilikuwa ni 17 bob, 18 yenye inaenda nao maintain roads. Yeah, sindio? If you do the math, like consumption wase in terms of fuel, the money collected from that fuel levy, Murkomen is saying that it's not enough, we need to add sijui nini. Upige hesabu hiyo do and you just take for example how much it takes to tarmac 1 kilometer of road. Now compare like the roads zenye zimekuwa it's not even at a fraction, not even at a 3%.
Oh yeah.
So like 97% of your fuel levy collected in a embezzled. So the solution is not to collect more if it's not going to the thing and inafaa haitaikuwa hivyo.
Ni kwanza kurekebishwa hapo penye hizo.
Oh yeah, true yeah.
And all these evil people who just can't, kwani pesa hizi tosha bana.
Alafu hiyo level of greed ndo mimi niko like enyewe surely at some point 1 billion is enough surely. Tulia.
When 1 billion ukidisha 50k a day itawezi isha utakula first.
And then unaangalia sawa say even like the people who are in power size all of them ni wazee tu. And they've been they've been part of this system for 40 years plus, and then now ndo nakuja sasa ati now
No, but there's somebody
ati sisi ndio tutakuwa the solution of this.
There's somebody else saying a guy like Ruto is a child of the system. See, was trained by Moi.
Yeah, he was trained
Na nani?
very well.
Yeah.
Na umse anajitaje
See that guy was in Youth Kano,
Youth.
which was a gangster organization.
Na alianzia CU to
Those guys kulia that money kiasi.
yeah
You did.
My dad was in Youth Kano, you guys. He used to roll you guys. No matter what they say to me, gotta get this
sasa
money.
hiyo kona bolingo za Raila hapo nyuma.
Raila was nowhere to be seen those days, you guys. See the time so time ilitoka. And my son bought a Volvo, you guys.
Without money.
Yeah, but he was given actually.
Okay.
Check nataka usitoke hapa mguu tena. Toka na hii gari. Shika hii Volvo na uraie.
Government are rolling deep
You guys, our lifestyle really shot up by Kedo 1,000%. We were singing BN song before it took end. Check your lifestyle.
wanaonekana kuongea ngoso kwa nyumba.
Z tulikuwa tunaongea kama David Basharia. Check it, could you pass the sugar please? Dad.
You guys,
You know what, Dad?
hiyo ndo time hata mzee wenyu alikubali mwanze kumhug. You guys, even the culture in the house ili change.
So you guys, but it didn't last very long. It was a few years of, about a year of plenty. And then we had to go back
Back to
na ile Volvo nilikupatia hebu kwanza arudisha hiyo spare wheel.
So now, and these are alleged stories. So Ruto used to work those days with Isaac.
the Arabic shoulders.
That guy really used to perpetrate finances. Alleged.
Alikuwa nazi. Oh, he started early.
Check it.
Si alikuwa Orengo ama ilikuwa
Somewhere. Not easy to do the matisho. Yeah, they used to scare that guy.
so I think like corruption is like you start small.
Yeah. So my point was, so this guy, somebody was saying, why would you expect a fish to fly? You get? So this guy, this is his modus operandi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the entire reason like he wanted to be Orezo so that he can have access to more public funds to squander these boys.
Yeah.
He's not. I don't think he had a vision of something he knew for the country.
I think he was just telling us what we needed to hear to vote for him, but he really didn't want.
And he had a very nice script. The one from Boda.
Kina Mama Dynasty na
Us versus them.
Yeah, I want a dynasty to that.
But mazi when he just ingia, see at least unafaa kukaa kwa script kiasi. Because now if you start taxing bread, you guys. See the mama mboga na the boda guy anakula mkate.
That is.
But I may really blame guys who voted for that guy. You voted for that guy.
I voted for him 100%.
Yeah, you're to blame you guys.
But me nimeingia kwa street so
Do you repent for your actions?
hiyo ndo penance sasa hiyo.
It's good penance.
But anyway, in other news, you guys, Trump mazee, unajua Trump akidate you guys, you think kuna na World War 3?
Bro, tungepata visa. Ingekuwa rahisi US.
By the side it's the
See to
easiest
stay if you wanted
kuingia US
But they'd
side.
be fighting.
Yeah, but if you want to.
Yeah, if you want to go and fight for ne.
Okay.
Yeah.
Won't get.
Vibaya sana.
For sure.
Umeona hiyo graphic ya how close that
Yeah,
ship
the
was?
bullet.
Like kama
hitting
angetaka.
the right here.
I think alikuwa anazikuna rasa.
But Trump you won't
I hope umeenda home. After hiyo nini? Hiyo point yako ya. Kwenda mat unaenda nini?
Ina rongai
Mat
immediately.
inaitwa Donald Trump.
So what?
But then go.
By the way, alikuwa anataka kuangalia I think
Mungu alikuwa na
chat
yeye
yake.
siku.
So what do you guys think about that stuff? I think America is totally polarized right now.
I think by the way imekuwa a minute before an American president akuwa assassinated. It was bound to happen.
Yeah.
And then Trump being such a polarizing
Yeah.
but now for him to survive, I was watching, was him today or yesterday walking into like a meeting, and then it was many men. Like they actually played that song when he was walking in, so I think imempe a lot of points. Yeah, so such
No, it was. I mean, obviously, it's like taking
He must have asked for it.
on Twitter when it happened, everyone was like, "Imagine Trump coming out to blah blah blah." Imagine.
Yeah.
So of course they took advantage of that. And just played it.
But then there's something interesting which happened at that time. There was a debate about something called Day. You know Day? So there's this thing that's happening in America institutions called diversity, equity, and inclusion. So they were saying this thing has affected the Secret Service because if you look at those chicks, they were really fumbling you. Kuna mmoja hata alikuwa amejificha hivi nyuma ya Trump badala ya kumfunika. So they were saying a thing like
I think maybe if there's a shooter behind Trump pia lazima assassinated president female secret service.
So scare you guys. So they were saying a thing like Secret Service, you can't use they. You just use the best man for the job.
Who's there?
And if they end up being a woman, it's
person
okay
for the job, not best man.
No, person is not bringing a problem. Best man.
No, if the chick was
but
better than
if it's out of merit,
I get you. Do you agree, right?
I agree with that, and I knew when I saw the way they were fumble around him, everyone, I knew.
Fuck, I have to answer for this on the podcast.
Wala mnajua niko hapa versus three men.
Secret service ya madem inaitwa tu service.
It's too secret.
There are no secrets in that service.
I think I was saying waliambia nani huyo shooter place ya kukaa ndo asionekane. But I was seeing an interview and someone who was I think seated around place and the shooter was
Gaido.
No, I don't think Gaido angepanda stairs.
Gaido old shooter angempata.
So he was saying they were telling the Secret Service like he's here, we can see him crawling on the roof. And then our like they don't know what is happening.
But this your first year shot after the fact, you guys. Yeah. So, Maze, but that story of day, don't you think it should be in all sectors?
It should be. It's diversity,
equity and inclusion.
Yeah.
I think that thing of hiring someone because they're a chick, they're gay, they're trans.
Yeah.
Like it brings other problems. Of course, there are some people who are supposed to be good at that job, but they're losing the opportunity just because maybe they're not black.
The argument is like barriers for entry. Is it lower or higher for now said group?
They are lower. They are lower in the sense that you don't have to be as good to get into that. You just have to be gay or nini to get there. It's not merit, it's inclusion.
So if you're writing a script,
but I'm saying the reason why they have to make up laws for inclusion is because entry to that
was not
like not representation, even like women in
these people
dominated, they're not even given opportunities. Like by the time you get to the door, you're coming for security as a woman, just by virtue of you being a woman, and so now you don't even know whether she's good or so. By that virtue, they now make it like at least have 2 out of 5 work women.
Also, it reduces your chances of leaving by 2
20%.
I tried.
You guys,
No, but I do agree with what you're saying, George.
I think it started out well, but became misused.
It's not straightforward,
and it has to stay. You can't say it on Larry. It has to stay because there's people who don't have a way to make a living.
Should it say
because
all
they're being judged on other things about themselves, whether it's being gay, unapata uemployiki, unafaa uishiaje
by virtue of you just being that.
But now also
people should get a chance.
Do you think it should be like that in some professions? Some professions should be excluded from day, right? Say like a surgeon. Like me, I don't want to be operated on by a surgeon because alipata hii job because he's gay.
You want the best surgeon. I guess hiyo ndio mkujaribu kusema. Like let me ask you a question, like regardless of sex, of all these other things, do you think like the best person should get the job?
Yes, I think so. Yes,
so now if people are let through that crack just because they are disenfranchised kidogo.
Yeah, but you're not being let through the crack per se.
Like listen, if we're gonna have like kama like it 2/3 gender roles, indio, obviously the first line of qualification is you're supposed to be qualified for that job first, and then from the people who are qualified, we need to have at least 2 women in that position.
So now I'm telling you,
but now if it's reversed, it's like okay, regardless of, let's say,
it's not regardless, it's the best women in that position. Cause obviously nkisema hivyo, like even like males wako more than in such a sector, wameona, of course if you say the best, what about if the ratio of men to women in a country is like 5-1? Obviously, it will be a male-dominated industry. Because of now of the barriers to like, you have to just support them so that that's the foundation to empowering women to be on the same level as Nini.
But
it has to start from somewhere.
Maybe the foundational reasoning was good, but
if practically,
if let's say in a particular field, like we have 5 people who are qualified for this job, sindio? By virtue of umesema, like there's more men in that, so utachuja one qualified man from your position who brings someone who's not as qualified just because
sometimes yes.
So
but I don't think you do it willingly.
It's not willingly
because of policy.
It's because of the bigger picture. It's true. It's because of the bigger picture.
But by doing that, like una dilute that position kiplani.
Yes,
I agree. So same like I feel there's an effect. As much as it's a good thing, there's an effect kabisa.
What kind of effect?
Because now if you're adding someone into a position just because they are this and this, then you're not looking at merit. But if all of these people are qualified and the other group is disenfranchised, it's okay to say, we have enough men, let the women come.
I'm saying merit is not always the metric to prioritize.
But in the real world it is, right?
It should be in some... Well, no, that's where the argument is.
But let's say this, there's a lot of qualified women out here, but they still don't get a chance.
It's true. No, that's what...
So... I think this is a good thing for them.
Like these qualified women who can't get in there because of Nini, and that rule now enables them to
get in. So
like now there is
on the same page.
One of the top generals right now is a woman.
Yeah,
in the Air Force.
The
head of the Air Force is a woman.
Kenya Air Force.
Yeah, the one gonna put it Tawagola.
Yeah.
What's her name?
I don't know.
Very appropriate that we know her name.
Let's
check out.
Please.
And pictures too.
And look at people.
Yeah, but it's I don't know.
Me, I was seeing like hiyo nasema ya day, I was seeing another knee about Disney. So this guy, he's been working and me, I'm talking to the point where I mean it starts out as a good policy, but once the pendulum goes the other side, if there's an overcorrection, then it stops being beneficial to the system. So umse anasema like he's been working for Disney for around 10 years and he's trying a white straight guy, and he's trying to get a promotion ama nini. So he talks to one of the people in HR and they tell him point blank, there's no way as a straight white man utapata hii job.
Even comedians
there's no way as a straight white man utapata hiyo job. So niko like that is an overcorrection of the system. Like they'd rather anyone else, yet because you're not qualified but because you are.
But don't you think it benefits some other part and accounts for that?
Now that's the thing, like it's not a perfect policy. I mean it helps until now it starts being
I think because it's not based on natural principles.
It's based on
scale. It's based on human intelligence. Anaitwa Major General Fatuma Gaiti Ahmed. Huko kuna ati gay. Kenya kuna day ama is just maybe I think I should just go here out of merit. Yes. It's not that
because for her to be even she was high up already in the rank.
I'm sure she's probably gone through a lot more than men.
But there's a chick who was also telling me that
the last man died. So
Kate alikuwa ananiambia shout out to Kate by the way.
Shout out to Kate. So guys, Kate is shall remain anonymous.
Friend of the podcast.
So scare you guy. So Kate was telling me, despite these chicks getting to these levels, despite the struggles they have to go through, when they are at that level, they become very masculine. As in, you have to look manly, you have to walk, you have to become very.
You have to be aggressive.
So look at this chick, you guy.
So maybe she's just
like that point totally makes sense.
Short hair.
I'll put that picture.
The short hair makes a.
So yes, you're a chick.
Just short hair. What else?
You guy.
What else is masculine?
Even my mom has mentioned that.
Did they look masculine?
No, you see, like Nani used to have hair, like although she's not in a position of power per se. Rachel Ruto, then she cut her hair. Margaret also cut her hair.
I think it's
there's a couple of other people who got appointed and cut their hair as well.
What's up with that?
Even like the World Bank boss, the one was a female, Kitambo, she cut her hair short. Kina May, Kina Nani. So there is that pointer, but I don't think they're trying to look I don't know if you're trying to look
I think it's inadvertent. It's not something you're thinking of.
But it's like also
But
like
it's because of too many men around you.
but also the people you are
know, you
looking up
become-
to.
you don't wanna look, you don't
Like
wanna
for
look
her, maybe she, like the person she's looking up to in that appearance is like that. So it's not that it's subconscious. Like you get there and you're
yes,
like,
but she had her own nini.
yeah.
Okay, I don't
Was
know.
she always like with short hair?
Probably, I don't know.
I don't
Being in the
To be in the
service, I
army, you
guess.
can have braids.
Yeah, you can have some hairstyles.
Maybe ndio maana inaitwa Air Force. You are forced to cut your hair.
Angalia dem ka
Kwenye si yako kwa mwonge yenyewe mse wa hizi relate.
Even the current Kenyan champ. That chick is a jamaa.
Check all the chicks on Harambee Starlets.
Even the
volleyball.
Even
Yeah.
even under 17s.
But they're sexy.
Oh, unapenda short hair.
Volleyball team,
Check
bro.
it. You know,
Short hair guy.
in
Eva
primary
Chicken.
till class 8, we had to shave our hair.
Yeah.
Is that why now
Now
you
you
have long
from
hair?
Trump to hair.
I don't know. Yes.
Wewe bana. So nyi mnaonaje Trump amechukua hiki kitu without
Hiyo chakula
care of-
story
Yeah,
more.
man.
Chakula
And
story
then
more.
running mate wake ni
some 39-year-old guy, you guy. Sijui JD
JD
Vance.
Vance.
JD
and
Vance.
then nani huyo sijui
I've really
Vivek
thought about my
ako
life
hapo,
when I
so
saw
pia
that guy.
like the minority.
Ameoa nini? I
Yeah.
think kuzoea man or something. JD Vance.
You guy, man's Kuzo is really receiving you guys some months like
Gani? Hey, aman John is kumia maziwa ndio at least yo.
the man is soon going to go to America.
But the guy from nini UK resigned, sindio?
He was voted out.
Yeah, he was voted out,
He
yeah.
was voted out, bro.
Yeah.
Damn.
Voted out.
He was chujwa you guy yake.
But by the UK inakuanga hivyo.
No,
Like
Gen Z.
ni
Yeah, but ilikuwa too
But me,
far.
I'm happy.
hadi sikuna ule dem alikaa sijui 6 months ama
Hata
she
sisi-
resigned,
even less.
It less, ndio.
But I think the UK having an Indian PM was a bit off to me.
Kwa
No,
hiyo.
but it was good in the first
Because of
place.
the India UK nini?
As in ni muhindi you guy.
Ndio, ilikuwa na sinya queen yake yote.
Oh yeah.
Queen alidai juu story.
She said, over my dead body.
Take Queen. Akicommit seppuku.
Mmeamua kunimaliza.
Take Prince Charles like second. Take
Yeah.
So yeah, I think as you guys are saying,
Hey!
but that guy has he's fast on his feet.
I think so, yeah.
Huh? Can you imagine having the presence of mind to tell these guys to open Inoa that?
Yeah.
I think it's because he's big enough.
A man
He wasn't
afford-
supposed to do that. Anafaa kuwa ameshildiwa kabisa ndio msee asichukue shot ingine. But him, I think because he's really huge and he wanted to use, he had the adrenaline.
No, they
And
already said
overpower.
they shoot it down.
Yeah?
But also,
they
yeah,
already
yeah.
announced that they shoot it
But
down.
even still,
and even
security
still,
should not
even
let
still,
you-
It was a second shooter maybe.
Yeah, wanakuambia kushield kabisa makotoke hapo. Lakini yeye Johnny Mbigi aliforce his way to, because he's dramatic, he's been on TV.
course,
No, you
Yes.
hear him saying, wait.
Yeah, for sure, because he
Oh,
wants
he's
it.
a showman. That's
Yeah, he's a showman,
Yeah.
that's why.
And I think that
That's why he
helps.
had to do that.
Apprentice to
Don't
everything.
say mazee go fast mazee.
That's why he had to do that, but then, lakini we are trying.
So- But
that was dope.
Alikuwa amestuka.
That was a good reaction.
Itabidi mazee Biden amesurvive ni.
What about that other guy who talks funny? Robert F. Kennedy, you guy.
Hey, Trump, you know, one of the things that you should do is you guys need to give me Secret Service protection, and as the independent candidate, I think I'm gonna make it.
Me, I'm happy that at least there's another candidate.
That guy
in the
akiongea he
picture.
cuts on my ass.
Kwani
Ahurumie.
Again, one of the things that's happening in the Republic.
Who the fuck is that?
Robert Kennedy.
Descendant Robert F.
of
Kennedy.
nani?
Damn.
Ah, okay.
Me imagine nimemsikia just today, I think.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I didn't know that there's another.
Is
someone-
there-
He's an
there-
independent candidate.
is there a woman running this time?
I think they all stepped down to
Probably- maybe-
to
maybe-
back Trump.
Maybe Kamala will run if Joe Biden forgets who he is.
So she's running, am I?
I'm worried about Biden, like for reals.
That guy is old.
Biden is not there.
Uliona
Are you
akivite
possible?
Putin kwa stage. Thank you very much, the president of the Ukraine, Putin.
But
Check it
Why
again.
you
He take
go-
points were made anyway because anyway right now Russia is
But anyway,
Ukraine
Putin
used
is
to
the
be part of
president of
Russia,
Russia.
sindio?
What do you mean?
So Ukraine was part of the USSR.
Kitambo. Yeah.
Hey, afadhali si tuko na Ruto, bro.
Hey, kwa Putin.
Azia. At least the Ruto kwa Biden
Anajishonea.
anasahau kutuma jezi tao. Kina nini sijafanya leo?
maguns wenye nilituma nilisahau kurusha mpepe, kwa hivyo itabidi narudi.
America.
Yeah.
So do you think Trump will make America great again?
Nah, he won't. He'll just come cause some more drama and hopefully they'll
No,
have
but you know
better-
Trump was a really good president during his tenure. In terms of if you look at the numbers.
Yeah.
First of all, I think the idea of
An orange president.
you guys podcast mtu is a big
So umeanza kufeel vesi ufeel, si ndio?
I need to have another podcast. Yeah, to make my point.
Seriousness.
So you guy, so hata nimechoka na hiyo.
A taste of your own medicine,
I'm sure
man.
he did do some good with with advisors and shit.
Building the wall.
That I
What was
Biden and the lad building.
yeah.
Scary guy.
Okay.
Did Mexico end up paying for that wall?
That was just showman nonsense.
Yeah,
For me, I think when you like the reason I'm pretty sure that Trump ataingia ni because kuna kwanga like a trend, like you'll have you know, someone who's very progressive as a president, and then you have to have like a dictator, because now the thing, like within those 4 years there's gonna be an overcorrection, like from the left to the right ama to the knee.
Hypocrisy to overcorrection.
Allegedly.
Alleged
So
overcorrection.
your pendulum you need. So saizi
Yeah.
now like in terms of policy, kama kanasema hiyo story ya day, like there's a lot of progressive policies zenye Biden anapitisha.
Yeah.
In terms of immigration, this is the easiest time kuingia illegally, kuingia US, this is the easiest time. They're just letting people, they're just letting people like ni ingia tu. Yeah.
Pamoja lenye mama ndovi sasa.
Unajua lazima
Hiyo
uwe
iko
physically fit. Unajua kuna nini lake, kuna swim ndo ingie.
Lazima hapo ndio.
Yeah. So I think lazima like even like wase wenye wana vote wanaelewa, like you need to have a dictator, then you have a progressive president, and then
like,
yeah, like in a switching hivyo
In America.
hawezi pata
Yeah.
two progressive presidents
But
back to
In
back.
Kenya in
Trump
a
has
switch
a-
from
has a
corruption to
support,
more
yes.
corrupt to more corrupt.
Trump akona support, yes, but he has a lot of harmful ideologies and it's
For example,
So what does
for
that say
example,
about the American
grabbing them by
people?
the pussy, huh?
Yeah.
no, that was just a character flaw. They talk about
Okay,
politics.
A lapse of
policies.
judgment.
Listen, what do you mean? He's immediately in gears like this, he's gonna go start
Shithole countries.
with Kina Kim Jong and Putin. What do you mean?
Babuino.
Oh, but during Trump's tenure, there wasn't a war. He didn't attack any country.
No,
Yeah.
don't even know what the wars.
But then Obama
The
killed
fact
more
he's going
people.
to-
But Obama really bought
The fact
people.
he's going to go tear Kim Jong, he's already building a bond there that's going to cause.
No, but he's trying to reduce the temperatures
Yeah,
of the
because
world.
like now,
Yeah,
like the
true.
relationship between
I'm
the
touching.
US and then like
Could
if
be.
he's willing to
reach out.
yeah, to
Yeah.
reach out
Then
and
Obama reached
extend
out.
an olive
Obama
branch.
in his tenure, he reached out to Iran.
Yeah.
Iran, here's the thing. Iran, you're comparing Iran like Kim Jong.
Yeah, see, they were perceived as dictators and an axis of evil.
Hey.
Unakumbuka axis of evil ya bwana nani?
Axis of evil.
Bwana George W. Bush, you guy.
Yeah, with the shoes.
So this guy was trying to dismantle the axis of freaking evil, you guy.
I just hope he's going to listen to his advisors and, you know,
I don't think his advisors would be there.
yeah, he does have some crazy.
Ruto has also the same advisors who are advising. Cheki tuma nitume watu taoni gonge hao vijana. Cheki advisor.
Chuma madoni.
The advisor's work is to advise him what he wants to hear, you guys.
manze umse ako na my yes man manze. I don't think I say like wanasikiliza what is happening in the ground yani.
You guys, going forward, it's very dangerous to accept some of these government appointments. Huh?
Yes, what you mean? Me, I wouldn't dare.
I mean,
You have to really think
Wako
about this.
ndani.
Darkest man.
You guys inaweza kuaffect your future nini success.
Kawa samotero.
Uliona
Meza alitandikwa, mliona hiyo video?
hiyo ilikuwa true story.
Haiko
Oh.
It wasn't him.
okay.
You wish it was him.
Mbaya sana.
So you guy, you see, there was this parody tweet about some MP, CS.
Butita.
Mutita ni PS.
Vile mtita unyamaza you guy like that.
But there is this channel on YouTube ama?
Sijaiona man.
Let's see, there was this PS.
So alikuwa anasema alikuwa anajopoa before.
I saw before Atia Fosi could run for the position or something.
Yeah. But are those guys being given 50 meters walk talk?
I hear there's a
Say
like
now you never know.
a handshake, like a good send
Handshake, yeah.
off.
So like for 2 years, 10 years. Mimi naweza chapa
I
hiyo
want
for
it,
2
yeah.
years.
I think
and then I resigned for the Gen Zs of that time. I even talk like Ruto. Cheki nimekubali kutoka.
Yeah, I think these people who are built for that seat.
You guys, is this really
He's
Butita?
back,
You
you
guys? But look at the views, you guys. These are.
You guys, what happened to his channel?
Who?
Is this his channel?
No, I'm talking about guy the guy.
This is not his channel.
You're
It's his
talking about
channel.
the legendary.
More than 200k subs. Ndio.
Ilikuwa so tatu man. You guys, majenzi mulifanya nini channel ya Butita? Did you guys report it? Yeah?
No, they were just saying I'm going to like take my like back.
It's like he's re-uploading here.
No,
But you guys, that's bad, you guys.
Yeah, I mean we'll have that.
I think the timing of the like kama if Butita angekuwa ameenda na Ruto like 1 year ago, I think the timing of it was because it was literally just like months before this entire fiasco.
He was at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah. Adil tu nayo si worry.
That's rough, man. Mimi Ruto akinipigia hata sitashika phone, you guys.
Unakumbuka hiyo time alikuwa na call wase?
Yeah,
ilikuwa hiyo time ya Asla Fandama nini when he was calling random citizens, you guys.
For real?
Fake random citizens.
Fake.
Hello, naongea na Steve Chal.
Wait, bana. So what's cutting apart from politics in this podcast?
Euro, fucking Spain.
Spain, man. Spain won.
Wait, bana. Mse aliongea hiyo story yake juzi.
Nani?
Mse.
Yeah.
Story.
Alishaisema. Alikuwa pesa kwa full house bana.
Monica ana prepare wase kabla nyinyi mkamjo.
What happened?
Alifunja wase mbaya uko Lolua.
What happened?
Alifikia wanafana na Ruto. Cheki, wewe unafanana na nani wewe?
You must go.
But you fully recovered.
Yeah.
But my hand is recovering kiasi.
Hizi mafights only would fake kabisa.
Yeah, you guys. I don't think you can win a fight per se. Even if you win like you.
Yeah, you kuna ma age.
Hawezi pigana flawless victory, you guys.
Yeah.
Hawezi toka bila onjo.
This day is fought with my small brain. He punched me square here. Was umia for about a week. Chiki miki la tari.
Why you fighting with your small?
Random stupid fights.
Siblings lazima
mpige, lakini hiyo ngome ililanda vizuri. And then now that same small bro fought with my other elder bro. Tandika aliingiza mzee. Alikuwa ananiambia alimuingiza kwa makabati. Nani hiyo? Who? Small bro man. He's begging you and you are the bro. Different.
That guy is the reigning champion. Umsadi ana change weight classes.
Kuvunja bara alivunja bro wangu mwingine. Kwa nasikia alikuwa ameingia boka.
Kuvunja ungesema.
Serious. Mimi akinivunja kwa ameingia training ya boka.
After wewe ndio akamni.
Bro wangu alikuwa amekam home kukaa kiasi.
Alikaribisha na kidevu moja
na nini. Akakuja na hiyo attitude ya big bro.
Mimi ndio
kunyamba sijui nini alafu alimpiga.
Ile hivyo.
Ilikuwa inaitwa Opoto.
So piga process.
Look at me. I'm the captain now.
You get umsali muingiza kwa makabati.
But then
that actually hurt his hand. So telling my small bro, this guy is an old man.
Yeah,
mad.
You can't be engaging in the kabasi.
Yeah, but even my other bro needs to chill.
Alimuingiza ndani ya closet.
Literally.
But I guess vita yuko hivyo because sometimes hawezi jua outcome. But honestly, by like the more capable someone is of violence, the less aggressive they are. Like once you are secure that you are capable of violence, like that's why these big guys utawapata wakichokozana hapa nini, but these small niggas, size yako kwanza mnakwanga na kisi sana. You guy mmeenda out na mseka Manu, yeye ndo anatishia watu. By the way miwezi niambia bana, ama aje? So lazima angalie nyuma aone kama mko na yeye.
But I thank God for my big bro again because nilikuwa napenda kuchokoza hospital. Bana ni wewe. Unajua kuna training
Akakusha don't do that.
I normally instruct him from a distance. Check wewe mse. Yote unado sipo wako no acha kunikaribia wewe.
Sasa mimi video call akiwa mazee Uganda.
Na video call akiwa pale.
Check. Looks funny. Hey, but you guys did you guys to fight when you're growing up?
Hey, yeah, me and my big bro.
How many bros do you have?
I mean, so at my big bro, my smaller brother.
Do you have a bigger brother?
No.
You're the
Just you
bigger
two?
brother.
Any color, mvunja bro.
Bedata mio bro, mdogo
mbona
niko
Hata mimi na bro wangu bigi iko tunapigana. He used to win because he's like 7 years older than me. I mean saizi maybe I can, but he's still bigger. Hata siezi hiyo ni vita siezi ingia. I've seen him fight before na siezi. No, I think ni hasira, like ni wale wase wakikasirika, it's really hard to
yeah.
It's like they pick up anything and swing.
Yeah.
But
So at what point did you mulianza kuheshimiana?
I think when I found out he also smokes weed, so
when you became pal,
something,
we
Okay.
respected each other then.
Okay.
Yeah.
But nani alikuwa anaanza uchokozi ni
So
yeye
that was
ama
yesterday. I'm kidding.
Anybody
Mostly it was him.
Yeah.
Because there's no way I'd like cause drama and then.
by the did your small
But I
bro
think
have
now he
that
can beat me. Yeah.
did he have that edge, like the snitching edge?
Not really.
Because that is the reason me and my big bro used to need, because like
Because you have a
Oh, you
7-year
snitch on
difference.
him.
Me and my
yeah,
bro is just
okay.
1
So you
year.
used to snitch on him, eh?
mbaya you guy
Yeah, well,
immediately
Kanyoroshwa.
get home, you guy I'm telling my mom every single thing, so that's why he hated me.
Yeah.
Atakunyorosha.
Yeah, because he could never do any criminal activities.
He must drink my
But
drink.
dudes, you're always
Sisters
aggressive.
don't fight.
No. You see, me like me, I have 2 sisters and 1 bro. And my bro was very mild. So when we grew up, we just, very calm. But my nephews now, I see them and I'm like, who are these people?
You know,
Wanatandikana mbaya sana.
Kurushana kila saa.
Wanapigana.
Wakimenyamaza tu kwa situ, nasikia tu makukukuku huko hivyo you're like,
when I was in primary, I was told when I'm fighting with my sister, I should hit her in the boobs.
Who told you? Your mom.
I think msa alikuwa anataka ufungu.
wow.
Other 2 ways in school.
Not even good
You
to-
remember when, like at that age, chicks' boobs were growing and they were very
Painful.
Yeah,
Even
and
vagina,
painful.
like kick in the
Bad
vagina
advice.
and boobs.
Kick
I had
her
that too.
in the butt.
Huh?
Is it painful, Lama?
Yes, what you mean? You have a kid.
When they're growing.
When the boobs are growing, it's super painful.
Yes.
Why? Because it's.
Either way. Even if I punch your boob, it will
I
still be
know.
painful. What do you mean?
At least me, I don't have one.
You know, boobs.
I don't think it's
This
painful.
mass here is not
No.
like, it's not like this nyama here on your hand.
So we
It's
try.
your
Gland.
So we try right now. Oh, okay, tusianze na.
Yeah, this gland here is not
Very
like a your
sensitive.
thigh or some shit. It doesn't punch different. It's gonna be
softer.
painful. Yeah, that I mean, if you if I bump my boob on an edge or something, I'm gonna feel a
It's
lot of pain.
painful.
It's very
Yes.
sensitive, sindio?
Yeah, we learn something every day. I didn't know it was painful.
You
I've
guys,
had that.
I tried that stuff with my sis. She fixed me, you guys.
I look at
Your big
Japa.
sis ama
was
your
good.
Yeah, my big sis.
Yeah.
That was very good.
Aliniingiza kwa ndani ya makabati.
Yeah.
Alafu akakutoa.
Yaani unapewa tip unakuja unaitumia
Alafu
movie.
Cheki mimi nikielekea big stick you dem atanijua. To point that.
Kwa ndani uko na secret weapon leo.
But siblings, nini, fights can get really nasty.
They
Yeah.
can. But us
Yeah.
has never really fought by them. Even the way
Us
we
too,
just
yeah.
angumi here and there.
But I like dudes fights make you respect each other.
Yeah. If you fight with a guy, even me, like my bully in high school, needed just one fight and we were okay.
Even me, that girl, she can remember. Like he just became.
Just the one tag. You're okay.
We became very close. In
Cheki sawa basi. Shika tu mara moja na.
moja na tumalizane.
Because sometimes by the way unapata like especially as kids like that person, especially if kama ni the opposite sex mwenye like mko na beef na yeye, inakwanga ni attraction yenye ajui
Afanye nini?
ajui how to kneel with it. So unapata
Attraction.
if you have a bully who's of the opposite sex, they most likely
opposite sex, yeah.
they most likely like you, but
Like
they
in
don't know how to.
kindergarten, the chick who taught me how to tie my shoelaces, kwanza aliweka kwa headlock, alafu hapa ni ya tumbo, bro. Alafu she's after that, akani teach how
Because
to
at that
tie
time,
shoelaces.
like we get that feeling, but we don't know what to do with
To do
it.
with it, yeah.
So like, yeah.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
I think you pretty much had a similar
Experience.
mixed schools nini.
You?
Bro, me I was in a boarding school ya madem from class 4. So yeah.
From class 4.
Yeah, and when I went back home, I
What I
was
told you to.
Kabare is in
Oh,
Kenya.
okay. Yeah.
And when you go back home, we live on a farm by ourselves, so tunacheza tu
Animals.
moja 1 month ama jirani mwingine
The other month, but
you don't go say tunashinda na watu wengine.
amko na
it's just us.
sleepover, pillow
Hapana,
fights.
nani? No.
So you guys are
Mimi
very
nimeraise
Very
more
secluded.
feminine
Hata
than
Osha,
Duta.
That was
pillow fights.
Yeah, these are shags. These are everything.
Where maze nasikia Standard Group employees have reportedly walked out of the office over delayed salary payment of over
10 months.
Kani ingekuwa na fanya job hapo angekuwa na mita zangu mbili.
But you continue working ndo ikikuja zikuje
lakini zitakuja kweli. The only reason these guys are still here is because money may accumulate.
Yeah, I think Neo sunken loss fallacy, like sunken cost, yeah. But for them it's loss.
But I can't imagine working in Ujalipwa.
Mazen, and you need to show up and you need to be happy
and have morale.
So Standard Media Group iko na channels gani?
Kuna Spice FM, Radio Maisha, KTN.
Yeah, how are they not paying?
Presenter wanakanga wako happy you guys.
No,
they're still smiling.
My name is Yvonne Okwara.
No, let me just check my phone kidogo. Okay, deni ya Equity.
Oya KCB ndio imeingia
These guys are some sick full lizards, you guys. But anyway, I think
my name is Mark Must. Imeingia. Alright, that's it.
But say you guys nowadays is independent genre.
Wait, how do you rate nini? Nimekuwa nikiona nani? What's the news reporter Alanam?
Yeah.
Hey man, kwa mechizi umse.
Oh, for real?
Backdoor.
Why? Because
by my day
Juma mikono zimejana.
I think because he's a gym guy. Alafu
karaka fiti tu yani.
Oh, unapenda venye anakaa.
He's well spoken. I'm going to say no things that are not very.
And he's very thorough. Ana investigate kila kitu.
And him didn't.
Yeah, that's why I like him too.
You guys, I think he's straight.
Not only that does he scratch the surface, he digs deeper.
Yeah. I think he's straighter than Moha.
Yeah, him. You can tell. You can tell he's genuine about wanting to.
But Moha bado anafanya jichopovu.
Jicho pepo anatetea UDA.
Unaweza mdinya?
First of all.
Unaweza mdinya ndio hiyo swali.
See, in this he's not yes it in this sense. He's very well spoken, yes, and he does. You can tell he's authentic with what he's doing.
He has passion.
But hizo mikono zake ni big sana yeye before.
Open him up,
alafu have you ever seen him laugh? Although the show he does. The time that of course a joke will come up and when you check as he has a gap, let's start there. It doesn't even look like him.
I see gap is nini?
No, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying.
Ni sawa wewe unaweza mpenda. Si lazima convince mtu.
But I just thought like it would be like a sure.
No, I don't think. And I think he's kind of maybe he's shorter than me. But then that's not my aesthetic.
Who's your nini celeb crush?
Uni jichopevu.
Kenya. I don't have.
As you tirelessly fuel a narrative of youth-led political unrest across the country.
Unainterrupt Nduta.
Oh.
No, because I have to think. I haven't thought about it. Because I have not seen.
Morris Chestnut ni nani?
Mpata na umse uko.
Do you like him?
He's okay, but he looks like he's gonna look more in the mirror than do other things.
Morris Chestnut ni ule.
Boys, but it seems our pretty boys tuanze hapo. Yeah.
So Manu
so unapenda Bashir. I like all of us went through for the same joke.
Well, you guys, let's maliza the history of the Umse Moha Jichopevu.
Yeah.
Let me read a short paragraph. He tweeted
excerpt.
As you test, he's talking to the
citizen.
Yeah.
No, it's talking to Citizen, right? As you tirelessly Citizen Kenya and NTV Kenya. As you tirelessly fuel a narrative of youth-led political unrest across the country, I remind you of the danger of distorting reality and magnifying situations to serve self-interest at the expense of the unity and peace of the country. So this guy is saying that there is a narrative of youth-led protest, you guys. And this is juicy, you guys.
Moha.
See narrative, what it is.
Thank you!
Today I met him in the house ile time tulikuwa na show like Mombasa. Yeah, usually he hangs out there. So guys, endeni mumsalimie.
But anyway, let's call it a day, man.
We can continue. Wewe kama umechoka unaweza.
No, simtoe story you guys. I'm here.
Yeah, sawa. You do you think having like siblings?
Unprotected sex.
I think having like many siblings, do you think has it shaped the way you see life right now, Ama?
No, I don't know. It has shaped my choices in regard to me. I can't be polygamous.
Kwa nini?
You know now.
I think for me it's an option as long as I have the resources to do.
I think you have to be superbly wealthy to maintain a polygamous family at an optimum level.
How much do you think like you need to have to maintain like
maybe like 5 meters a month?
5 meters a month to maintain how many
that's maybe
kids?
A basic life.
5 meters of dick
every month.
You need to get that checked.
You guys, running one family is very expensive.
Especially
And then,
right now.
I think even more than money, time.
Yeah,
Like splitting yourself into two is
What's splitting her into two?
splitting those chicks into two. Where, but I saw Paranya introducing during his bro's funeral. Introduced his 2 wives, but he didn't introduce that Qatar one.
He has 2 wives.
Yes, he has the youngest one married 8. And then now there are 2 mama na Suzoyo mwingine. But he didn't introduce the 3rd one. So in terms of resources, then time, splitting yourself. You know, the older you get, the faster time moves.
Yeah.
And first of all, you're stretching yourself thin. Because in this day and age, my mental health, it was easy handle all this drama.
But
You think
it's
so?
mostly a money thing. Like if you have enough resources, like the reason I'm asking is like for the past 2 weekends I've been spending time with a friend of mine. No, babe, if you're watching, there's no other mom. It's just you. Until I'm wealthy, then we can discuss. But I've been hanging out with a friend of mine, a Somali friend of mine called Yusuf. So Yusuf is like the last born of like I think 10 siblings or something. So right now his father is like 75, like he's
about to engage.
So now he's letting some of the responsibilities to him. But now his dad is extremely wealthy. Like now I understand, like in this day and age, how much it takes to like have a family like that.
Oh, his dad is super wealthy.
Extremely wealthy.
I tell you what may think will happen. You get 2 chicks. You'll most
And you get 2 chicks into that.
scary guy. I tell you what will happen. You most likely spend more time with one of them.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah?
Then you are one,
Most likely. So you'll be spending 3 weeks here and 1 week the other place. Because that's just human nature.
What about the kids?
It's hard to balance.
Yeah. What about you, Zach?
You used to try balance, but sometimes you couldn't.
You can see.
Okay.
You can tell.
Were all of you from like the same different mothers?
Yeah, different mothers.
How many?
How many? Mave.
Yeah.
Well, first there was another Mave wa Ocha.
Oh, and then your
There was a
mother.
young man wa Oko Chesamis.
Yeah.
Then now my Mave.
Okay.
And then now my step Mave.
Yeah.
Then now between my Mave and my step Mave there was also another Mave who came.
So 4.
Yeah, but
You guys.
that Mave was really spilling the beans during the funeral.
Oh, I was about to ask.
He used to take me to nice places, embassies, restaurants.
Like
Check
is babu. We know
Your dad had the same taste in women, you
He's
guys.
really checking up with the audience. Checking.
So
It was funny.
So that one was not like an official wife per se.
No, they cosaned.
Oh, okay. Because my dad
But he
had
had a
like
couple
2
of children that
official
were really
wives
close.
and then one
Unofficial.
unofficial.
But the goodness with us guys, we are really close.
the wives as well.
No, the wives obviously used to have
Issues.
Cold War. But when my mother was super sick, my stepmother came to see her. And she was
Yeah.
really, you could see she was really affected.
She
But my
really
dad had
cared.
passed on by then.
Your mother is like,
Stuck stories are.
yeah.
See you guys.
Me, I think
So
actually-
they were very cordial. Then she even came to my mom's funeral, and you'd hear what she was speaking really well about my mom. So somehow, I think polygamy works somehow.
Yeah.
I guess.
That's
If
what-
you're in it
somehow.
already.
If you're in it and you embrace it and you know this is what it is, you can. Of course, umoja ni nguvu.
Yeah,
true, yeah.
And then I have some very amazing bros who I've never had.
Tutamesema polygamy is allowed, so
Not only children from the feminist group.
No, umoja ni nguvu. But me, I wouldn't. Like my dad, my mom used to joke with him every time anamwambia, hey, I hope hakuna bibi fulani anajitokeza saa ya burial ama kitu kaa
I'm afraid
hiyo.
it was not
Past
much.
the
Yeah, she was very serious.
Yeah.
I could say she was serious.
How old was she and him when he was like she was saying that?
Just the other day. Okay.
See, I love that, man. I want to grow old and still make those same
Yeah,
jokes.
you used to make jokes like that all the time. It's like, hey, I hope.
Masham, yeah, true.
Me on the funeral, I was actually expecting a few.
Kisiangan is. So are you? You guys are Anzalas.
Yeah.
You are the only Kisiangan.
Yeah, Kisiangan is my name.
Oh, your name. That's a very. What does it
My
mean?
son name is Wanjala.
That is a very strong name. Like you guys, like that is a polygamous man's name.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, like you need to have a couple of Kisianganis around.
No, my great grandfather was called Kisiangan.
Oh, okay.
That's where that name
Was he polygamous?
I probably.
Did you have disco matanga?
For my dad, yes. For my mom.
How long does that go on for?
That's a nice.
Okay.
There was a guy who came in wearing all white.
Yeah, okay.
Disco matanga, you guy, for my dad, you guys. He was really, you guys, like Konyoma village, vienyeges, you guys. Check it, kid, dance, come on.
Beat it!
Ango kanai.
Beat it!
Check it, I'm dead now, you.
Hey.
But disco matangas were banned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Conning?
I don't know. I think during COVID.
No,
Yeah, during
okay,
COVID,
just
and then they're saying
Teenage pregnancy.
Oh yeah, true. Guys, Komonga se mbaya sana kwa mimi.
HIV.
Yeah, because you know, look in shags, if you want to Komonga a chick, you see here, if you want to Komonga, you can dash downstairs and get a CD.
Yeah,
But in shags, where do you get a condom?
that's true.
The same
Bali.
in Bali. So you just plunge, you get dry. Check.
Yeah. Even when I was living in Busia,
Pulling out from my
like nilikuwa naongea na like the people there, like they don't believe in protection. So me, I'm asking them, what about like okay, like their big like. Their biggest
problem is protection.
About Busia.
Check the biggest challenge that we have is pulling out. They don't pull out. They just plunge inside with their skin.
Their biggest problem is pregnancy. So me, I'm asking this wochi hapo kwa site namuuliza, so what about hizi ma STI nini? Si unadungwa tu shindano na unarudi hizi. Because now he's gotten it before and is still like
You get some antibiotics.
So me, when I got there, like the first thing yenye niliambiwa na like the ni vile tumeenda kukunywa ni
by who?
Like the people I work with wasi wa mjengo, so tumeenda kukunywa, they're like huyu chunga.
Oh, they know the guys
who have
siwadishi.
Yeah, so like wako like
kuna mwenye ulikuwa ushakomonga.
Zeki hata huyo.
Nilikuwa naona hiyo list niko like damn. Hawa ni wote.
Okay, so niwe nikelisia wenyewe
the hottest chicks like wenye walikuwa wanafanya kwa bars from Uganda, the light skin chicks, sasa wote they are, I was being told pale
hiyo ni CD umechoma hapo ama nini?
They want to distribute some condoms.
Kwa shanga hiyo ni
Take it, sure.
But how do you guys feel if you go to Komonga and then the chick is the one who produces the CD? Will that change from her past? But yes.
No, I don't mind it.
Maybe kuna wase wanaonanga it's like a turn off, si ndio ama? Like they see that as
out there.
It depends where you are in life. Now I wouldn't mind because I think the chick is taking care of herself. I'd assume that she's taking care of. In fact, chicks who insist that you wear condom are the ones who you should come on without a CD.
Did you take care of yourself?
Okay, it's like going to a mall and then you're not
checking my
fast.
bed,
You're like,
taking care of herself.
This is where I really need a gun.
Teki, wewe wacha nikule dry cause uko na makondoms zimejaa hapa kwa kabati yako.
Ubema kwa CD. Kwa pass. Siwezi nikula na CD. Zi. Only trust.
But nowadays there are these rapid test kits.
There's a vaccine for AIDS actually.
Is it mainstream already?
I think imetokea. I think
you use it in Busia?
You just need afraid of pregnancy.
But you know I came back with mad happies. No, nilikuwa na trip alafu msaka nipiga ngumi.
But you guys, Asha has happies. All the best have it.
You know, I think 1 in 4 has in America. 1 in 4.
Yeah. Have what?
Happies.
For real, you guys?
Yep.
Asha,
Google. Google.
Asha has it.
Allegedly.
What do you mean
I think a chick was
Easy to sue.
a chick was bitter about how they went. They left it and she
Oh,
made stories. She made up stories that she cut really well.
Yeah.
But what
And
about
Kelly,
Kenyan?
I think Asha is a technocrat in Napis.
Does everyone has happies? Hey.
Check it, they call me HE, RPE.
Wait, angalia hizo stats. How many?
50% to 80% US adults have oral herpes. Shit.
50 to 80%.
I'm never monjo in America.
What do you mean? Even here.
Even if I go with my own mommy, I
you
would
think
monjo.
herpes ends
As long as you go
It
US.
says once infected,
50%
a
have
person
oral.
will have herpes simplex virus for the rest of
their
his
life?
But it could be like some sort of immune.
It's just a kawaida
chicken
thing.
pox.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys, have you guys watched?
it has
have you guys
outbreaks.
watched the Marlon Wayans special? The latest one. Where he talks about Magic Johnson having AIDS, but still living. You guy.
Yeah. I mean that joke has been done. Yeah.
They're saying he has the rich kind of AIDS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
He
guy is
was
looking
actually mad.
sharp with freaking HIV.
check it.
And then
Do you
he's
know,
saying,
first of all,
like this guy, like Magic Johnson became.
And then you know he's had it since the 90s.
Magic Johnson became richer after getting AIDS. Until he got financial AIDS.
Allegedly. But honestly nowadays,
You know,
Okay, Michael,
There's
that's what about iPhone.
do you know, I came to know
But nani
recently.
amesema kwa special, it's not our joke even.
Nilikuja kuona recently
Yeah.
that there's two strains of AIDS, of HIV rather.
Okay.
I think HIV 1 and HIV 2. And I think 2 is the one that's more likely to develop to AIDS. And there's one you'd have, if you had one, you can just leave, and if you're taking your meds, you're fine.
Yeah. You know, like when I was a kid, me nilishangaa that like white people like have AIDS. Like ilinishtua. Me, I thought it was an African thing. At least the way it was packaged.
Yeah, at first, when
First, yeah.
ulikuwa unashinda
It's like an
tukiambiwa.
African thing.
Yeah, in Africa it's like
I think it's spread a lot in Africa. In Madua,
Wasema kwa natoa mangoma, rafiki pesa.
the population was really
me my best AIDS song ni hiyo ni kwa heri ni kwa heri ni kwa. I think this guy had AIDS when he was mzee alikuwa anakaa anaenda kudedi wala Feruz, I don't know. It was just a song, but the way he looked, but the way he looked in that bed.
He was really impersonating the thing.
Yeah.
That's why
Where he
but
acted
Farouz
totally.
out too.
Was
Yeah.
our neighbor when I was when we moved to Mada, one of them had AIDS and they were in the room upstairs from ours. That guy used to cough. Those days there was no dawa like nowadays. That guy died.
Damn.
But the coughing ungejua tu mzee anaenda sweet.
It
Quite
was,
Check
it
it.
was serious.
Take me kwa bed yangu, take. Okay, from that day never ever komonga dry. Check me nikienda komonga dry. Check. Check it. Nataka nikuocha mazee naenda paka the center.
But now me
Check me heading to Londeti center. Check. Nipatie condom.
uko na mara moja na condom.
Check me walking back things.
Kama hiva, unaivalia kwa duka. Ndio, unaivalia hii stuff.
How to wear condom. There is instruction.
Unajua they used to have condoms used to have instructions.
si bado ziko na.
Cheki unaiweka hapo. Utakuwa umetis.
Mtaduka ndio anakuwa.
Yeah.
Cheki, hii kitu ni rahisi sana kuvaa. First unaweka the tip, alafu una spread down.
Yeah.
Mimi watunishangaza ni wasee huenda huko Masabi na Joy kwa POK and then they insist on
Dry
eating
fry.
dry food.
Hey, but
I
that's
think
a
they
death
don't-
wish.
No, I think the Wiz can't even kubali you to eat dry fry.
I think some do.
Some do.
But I think if they kubali yenyewe kuna shida.
Wewe uko out here.
You guys really gonna join them in the sweet by and by. Cheki aje? Hata uko hapa.
But nakumbuka hizo matime you'd sit and then I think ilikuwa Facebook mostly. Ati there's a list sijui uko Moi University. So them anatoa list ya like people. But it's actually a crime, sindio?
Yes,
Like
it
if you knowingly.
Kuna ule demo tuko
Yeah.
alikuwa na confess to infecting guys with the freaking HIV. Uzuri simjui.
You are going by a different name back then.
Cheki ni sawa simjui.
Dr. Ringding.
Wase wafe wako hivyo by the way.
Cheki seeing a chick you know on tuko confessing. Cheki shit.
Na sasa uko na home imekataa kuisa hiyo guy.
You guys that's crazy you guys.
That's like when you have sexual relations with your not your partner, like some chick or some dude. and then if you don't use protection, anything different, any different sensation you feel,
Yes.
You're like,
or like,
shit.
alright.
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
How often do you think if you're in a relationship you should test for freaking HIV?
I mean, if you trust at least 1 week,
God. Oh, 1 week.
Or every week?
Once every week.
if you trust.
Do you want every week? But no, if you want to go exclusive, me, I don't need it. I've never gotten that far, first of all. But if you want to go exclusive, then I think you'd both go once for like a testing and a general counseling type thing.
Yeah.
And then after
Like
that,
before
now
you start like
now
dating,
you know you're
kabisa.
exclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But knowing
Now you
them
can't trust
means
because
stop
like many people get
promoting.
AIDS in like their marriages.
Especially
Exactly.
now.
Yeah.
Side chicks, also young people in Campo having raw sex.
Actually, rate ya
Hapo
kushikwa na
kwetu.
HIV imepanda weirdly enough. People thought
No, imepanda by
these
then.
days
When
think,
it's easily managed, it's
Yeah,
not
they're
as
thinking
many, it's
now,
not killing
also
as many
dying.
Yeah,
people.
because the Gen Zs are Komonga and Dried, right? And then there's also a Zach Komonga in one of
All
those
Gen
young
Zs,
kids.
and then
Yeah.
it's gonna
So it goes back.
Me, I saw a sad story of like the maid was sleeping with both the dad and the son.
yeah.
And now like the entire family got it because now the kid was comongering, the dad was comongering, and then the dad was comongering the mom.
You get, I mean, I think if you get someone who you love, you should just stick with them. You get.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, but it's
At least the worst case scenario you can chop.
Yeah.
The parliament told me they used to go to the cinema to chop.
Why?
So because the wife is in the room.
You know, we used to be certified by the way.
Oh, because they were.
Check him! Let me go and do some research in the sitting room. Check him. Check him coming back to the bedroom. Check. No, I forgot this oil because it's part of the research. So he used to chop, and then he was saying when you were saying about it, because you went to some counseling thing.
Yeah.
When he talked about it among those guys in that group, many guys were saying
They chap.
they chop in marriage.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Check it during marriage.
When you
Check.
get married, chapping is frowned upon at least.
Maybe one should chop together with their wife.
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
that would
But now,
actually
what
make
will
it
do?
nice.
What will lead you to chap if you have a wife?
No, so
What
it's
you
part
mean?
of the sexual pleasure.
How do we chapa your wife? Like,
I don't think that's pleasurable. Chapisha.
Chapisha your wife and then she.
But it's just a
chapisha.
regular
Put
thing.
it that
Yeah.
way.
Like mutual.
Chapa is
So, but that happens during sexual.
Chapping is self-care. Doesn't matter if you've gotten married or not.
Yeah.
But then is chapping a bad thing?
No, it's not.
Me, I think it's bad sometimes.
Me, I don't think it is.
I think
Yeah, it's bad
excessive
sometimes.
chapping-
Yes,
In those days
it's
when
bad
I used to
sometimes.
chop, you guys feel bad after busting and that.
Last week.
It's bad sometimes if it's distorting your.
There was someone telling us, I
your
don't know, I
visual-
don't want to
your-
name them,
you
but
know,
they
how
were telling me
you
they never
perceive
feel
sex.
Doesn't she
after
do that all the
chapping.
time?
It doesn't do that all the time.
Yeah.
Some other times it's just you relieving some tension in your body. I mean, it's just you.
You never feel bad after chopping?
You're chapping the tension away.
Post-naturality iko ni kweli, but it's not a bad thing per se. It's self-care. As long as you're
There's
doing
some
it with the
relaxation
right
also
mental-
after
yes.
chapping.
Yeah.
Relaxation for your body.
Sleep.
Serotonin, nini.
Yeah, they call it
everything.
shooting the poison into the ground as well.
You get made to
especially
feel
for men.
super guilty
Have
after
you seen
chopping.
that video?
No.
Oh,
There's a video.
I thought you have.
My bookmark.
Kitambo.
To my link.
Kitambo, there's this video. Stories of Africa, like footage from Kitambo
Okay,
in
chop
Africa.
at
You chop her in the ground. What you mean?
Then you bury
When
it.
you come to, when you're going
You
to fight,
plant your seed.
yeah, kwa ground. You come to some hill like this. All of you chimbashimos.
What?
Stick your dicks in.
Done.
Come in the ground. Then
That's some
Funika.
demonic stuff.
that's what they used to do.
Bro, that's
Yeah.
a
One
good
day,
idea,
my
honestly.
crops are not growing in Kite either.
Nigga, I'm saying.
Bust nuts up with that. Check nice fruit triangle in
That's communal chapping and stuff, and I don't think I can do that, you guys.
You know,
I think you're in a
on the
trance.
hill like this.
I think they're in some sort of trance.
Nigga was a porn kwa corn.
No, but that footage I saw, I don't know why I found
Donate
I have it
footage.
before. But yeah,
xxx.com donate footage.
See, guys, it's not even something else.
Historical.
It's someone else that had that
Hot
connection,
trick.
and then I had to show.
So
It was a cassette ama ilikuwa?
VHS. Pinhole camera.
But I think it's footage that's not very easily found, but it's just old footage from
Yeah, so what's
Africa,
up with
early
Muja's
Africa.
sons?
imagine your footage.
And
So
it
was
was
it a
mostly
thing?
about the
Liberation.
sexual way that
Okay.
Africans were. And here's the thing, there was so many things that we used to do.
Was it true, like they're showing the guys, or it was a story?
It was showing, it was saying, we could see the people on the hill, man.
Champagne.
A reenactment or actual
Nah,
stuff?
actual with the grainy,
wait,
with the
what's your
grainy
link,
footage
bro?
and shit.
Maze.
Yeah, that's some serious interesting.
Yeah, what your real research material?
Mpaka,
Maze, these wazungus took chapaying away from us.
mpaka things like
Yeah, the chapaying before
dildos.
performing hapo in comedy.
These are things for kitambo. And then-
Africa
Yes.
setting.
Yes,
Dildos.
dildos. But I don't know about just.
I think there were maybe
Gourds.
Yeah, you got me talking about.
Bao, yeah. I think
So-
I've seen those even like Egyptians.
Yeah,
I don't know why you guys
Used to have
assume that
men.
African sexual experience was like basic. Guys are just doing missionary. I think that's a bad assumption.
No, missionary
No,
was
I
brought
think
by
it's just
Christianity.
Oh, yeah. Also, guys, komunga dog. I'm a standing for my.
See people
That's a very normal
Kwa
occurrence
millet.
in
Check your
Kipkaren,
millet.
you guys.
sorghum.
You can ever caught some people mongering in our farm huko in Kipkaren.
Oh, in the millet.
Yeah, mimi nilikuwa nimeenda kutafuta, unajua like you see venye mahindi
Ulikuwa
hiyo time
umeenda kukaa kwa grao.
nimeenda kuplant my seed. So I get there and then I start hearing mazeni like sounds kiasi.
Yes.
So I'm like, hey, nini inaendelea? Mwache. So me as a kid I thought like
Big attack.
attacked. Hey, achana huyu msichana.
Well, for real. For real, you got a true story.
True story. Yeah.
How old?
Waliacha mwendo ulihepa.
So alihepa because I
Oh, watu walihepa.
Because
Asi ukiona wewe ni mtu wako kwambia toka hapa.
No, but your man used to tell me lies alone and niambia sikudanganya. Cheki Sony kampata kwa film sikudanganya. Cheki.
It's a true story
But
mazee.
anyway, so alihepa.
Walikuwa wamestuka tu
Yeah.
basi. Hata wangehepa. Wangekwenda ungekusha uwekeji toe.
Walikudinya bro. Mbona
I'm telling you that you video were joining. But you guys, the other day I was going digs up in Madai. I was saying, man, I saw a neighbor of ours in line on the fence, man. She was really being komongo at that point.
Fence gani hapa?
Unaona hiyo njia ya kuingia hapo home?
Mm.
Kitambo there was just a fence there.
Okay.
A shop.
So once
Shop ya
umeingia
boy
kwa
fulani
nini?
alikuwa anaitwa John. So man, there was bending hapo next to John's shop.
Wala.
Nampenda John.
You could see someone
Shaft
behind
in
her.
Tara.
Yeah, I saw the whole thing.
Do you see the member?
The whole thing. Umse
Stayed and
alisimama.
watched. Checking. I was really measuring large matches. Checking.
But also you needed to make sure that she's safe. Ama?
She was my sister's pal, so she was come to her dig. I saw her in a different light. Check it, I see you in a different light. But she died that month. R.I.P.
Immediately after.
She was a stroke victim.
Ilikuwa tuache kuchapa hii pod na the goodies zinakuja second half.
We'll be right back actually.
By the way, wacha wase wana nini mazee. Nje, yeah.
This is why sexual education I think should be inafaa ienezwe kila mahali. We shouldn't shy away from it.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
just talk
something we
about
all
it.
do. So like
Yeah, we all do it.
ni
We all
venye
gonna
tulieka
do
ikae
it.
ni kama it's a sin, it's
Yes,
ni
yes.
No, but our parents never used to allow us to even think.
Even-
Because most of sexual education, like me, the sexual education I got was from my pals.
Yeah.
Chapping, some guy called Marsha told me about chapping. Some guy in where we used to live, there's
Shout
some
out to
point we used
Marsha.
to live at some joint, and some guy appeared with a porn magazine.
Yeah.
So that was your intro.
Cheki venye zimesimama. Haya, cheki zima nywele. Cheki haya.
Hiyo ilikuwa in the 90s.
But this was a
Time-
grown up. Us guys were kids.
Time
But
the
that
push
guy was a
was
pervert.
still-
It happens. I think that's a common story.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe he was.
Even
just
me,
very-
like, the
you guys
first
were
time-
teenagers, like maybe.
We were children.
Like 7
We
years
were
old.
teenagers yet.
7 years old.
Like 10?
Maybe between 8 and 12.
I think hapo alikuwa na
alikuwa nini?
But he was also a student in some college.
So hakuwa ati adult per se. I mean,
and then he wasn't daring us after. Check it.
what about during?
But let me ask.
No,
Check you mona hizo nywele check.
But no, Lisa, like there's this whole story about like the stigma, like we're just talking about AIDS and herpes and what.
Yeah.
Like, as a comedian, which we all are, is there any advantage in talking about it?
I think so.
Like, does that
What do you mean?
reduce the stigma?
Yes, it does.
Like, someone would say that's a serious topic that you guys are joking about. What's there? what's the advantage in that? Are we wrong in making fun?
No.
No, I think it shows that.
Fun,
Okay, you go first.
sorry, in making the fun, we're already talking about it. In making
Yeah.
the fun, and of course after that,
Because
she
it's
might
a taboo topic. Like
It's
there's
a
no easy way to
Yeah.
talk about it.
There's no
But,
dealing
like,
with it if you don't talk about it.
yeah,
Don't talk about
exactly.
it.
Yeah, but the way we do it, I mean, like it's very freeing per se.
Yeah, it's freeing and it brings certain points to
Like the way
someone's
this guy
mind.
was Darward. Like you see, in a serious setting, there's no.
She was done with that guy in
No, take it easy, take it easy.
my man.
She can be a member.
Yeah, it's fine.
Ah.
That's from Mama.
So I think it's like the way we talk about it, like the person watching. I remember there was someone, I think a fan of ours, alikuwa anasema, have you ever, do you know something called a silent repost? Like you see a meme or something online, but you can't send it to like that person,
Yeah.
so it's a silent repost. So someone told us, like, you see the way we talk about commongarization and meaning, they can just start watching the pod around their significant other, and now we are the ones bringing up the topic. It's not him. Then he's like, you see, it's not just me.
You should shout out that person.
Shout out to this guy,
out.
commongarization man.
Yeah.
Which guy?
Whoever.
Ali nani?
Oh, okay.
Ule msali kumwambia tu.
Us talking about all our different
No, see.
views. Us talking about all our different views on sexuality and whatever comes with it. Me, I think inasaidia to ourselves and inasaidia as anyone else who's listening, and so they have it at the back of their minds, stuff to think about. It's life.
And we take power away from it, like when we approach it in this way.
Yeah.
Most
Because
guys,
it's very hard to come up with like that topic.
especially in this side of the Sahara, most guys don't
Yes.
even don't talk about themselves. And then also these so-called celebs, you don't know much about them, man. Like you do know mine again is chick or jama or whatever the heck it is, or machachi.
No.
Like most of the celebs in Kenya are very out there.
Secretive about them.
Yeah, they don't talk about their struggles. They don't talk about
They'll talk about your guys' struggles. They laugh about
they'll come
your
up with a
struggles.
weird concept that they've read somewhere, but they don't talk about their own financial struggles, their own women or my relationship struggles.
True.
But I feel like authentic comedy or like a podcast like this, people realizing these are just human beings.
Yeah, just trying to figure life out, man.
Yeah.
But they got an offer of going back to Churchill show.
You told me about it, yeah.
Yeah,
Are you going
Hosting,
back?
Ama?
yeah, hosting open mic, but Sujika.
Wait, open
Oh,
mic
yeah,
is the
offer,
segment before Churchill show. You used to do
Open
that
mic was
before.
the raw, am I?
Like, that's how you... That's
Before Raw.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all new
where
comedians.
you get to choose the people who are gonna show up for raw?
No, as in, it was like a pipeline, right? So if you're a new comic untested, you'd perform on open mic. So you'd come.
And then
So if you're really good, the next time you probably will be on Raw.
so if
or
you're
even the
tested,
main
you
show.
go raw.
Yeah. So it was like the places where you're tested. So if you're really good, VCT tested. But it's back this Friday Churchill show.
On
What do
TV,
you guys think? Yeah, it's back on TV maybe over the weekend.
I mean, I know a couple of
What do
guys
you guys
with
think?
the auditions. I mean, Ribia, Aidan, I don't know who else went.
Aman alienda.
Well,
Yeah,
Nigeria would fit in.
And did you?
But I hope they change the format though. I hope it's more
Funny.
because
Yeah.
I don't think the audience now is the same audience for when I was there. It's been COVID was which year?
2019,
It's like
2020.
5 years.
Yeah.
Like because
Been
of
a long
TikTok
time.
and all these things which are happening,
Yeah.
the audiences are really
And
exposed.
also our influence on comedy, because when Churchill stopped, like sisi ndio tumekuwa tukionekana per se.
yeah.
So people are also
What-
expecting that type of name.
Mbona umecheka ukifanya umeshikilia?
So I think if they don't change their format, I wonder if they'll last.
But if you decide to get the job, like, will you do it differently, or you'll go and do your Churchill?
Because the way I used
so
to
you
perform-
still have your Churchill jokes, in
I
from
do.
back then?
But you see, he
the way
didn't
it's
ask for it. He was
Oh, okay.
called.
Yeah, I think I'll just perform the way I normally perform.
Yeah.
I'll do my crowd work.
Funny.
You're more than thick.
Yeah, I'll do my
Yeah,
modern
for real.
take.
Yeah, I think right now is the time where you could do it, but I think unless they give you like a really good
notes.
offer.
It's like giving you
Yeah.
notes.
Yeah.
I'm not saying notes. Right now they can't give him notes.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Because you've been doing comedy.
Like what the fuck?
When they stopped, like those 5 years when Churchill was not doing comedy, you've been doing comedy.
It's like we're talking about the people who went for the auditions, and at the mesa, that's what they call the
Audition
panel.
table.
Yeah, the judges table who auditioning on Tuesday. It's like it's an actor there.
How come they don't have comedians?
Actor who's never seen. There's no comedian. How am I supposed to be judged by a fucking actor?
I think they should have, one of the things they
Was
should
there
have
a
done.
judge?
I think they should have gotten.
Magistrate.
You get justice, my dad.
R.I.P. man.
R.I.P. man.
R.I.P.
Look at Madame in the sweet by and by.
Yeah.
She was the one who was shot by that one.
So here you go.
That's before. When I think that's the other thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just died Josie, guy.
Spaza, man.
So, I've even forgotten my train of thought. Another guy was saying that he has forgotten his thought of line.
And that guy had
Check it,
forgotten.
my thought of line.
Okay, did you see that person? I think was he a senator ama a MP ama a politician who said that unajua Ruto ameshikilia makende ya parliament you guys on live Citizen.
Makende ya parliament.
Who said that?
Some politician guy. Check it, ameshikilia makende. Check it.
It wasn't blood.
It was live.
It was live, bro. But
So-
they removed it from
Trevor
the
was there really trying to control the.
please use me language.
But ni ukweli ameshikilia makende.
Is it light skin?
No. He was not counter.
Makende.
It wasn't Ruto. Wewe bana, hao say makarawa Haiti wana perform aje.
So far wako sawa.
Another 200 land.
Hey, big up Bashir on. Every time I hear Haiti, I remember Bashir.
What about?
On the debate?
Mm.
He did Idris and Haiti to
Yeah.
personality.
Okay.
It was like they should, ama?
You are?
I think pro.
Yeah, you are.
I scare Haitians were complaining that these guys are not going for the gangsters.
Mm.
I think these guys are playing safe.
So
I mean, I would. He was a Kenyan. Just get your email, Peter.
You tutaacha tuone. So these guys are just playing safe.
yeah, they're not
I
going.
think they really want to come back.
Mm.
My bro used to work in South
Come
Sudan.
back.
So he used to say that sometimes there used to be gunshots. They used to live in some sort of green zone. But sometimes you'd hear the gunshots from the rebels. And then he was saying he was there with some UN personnel from other countries like Philippines, Thailand, a soldier. But Maze, those guys used to start crying, you guys, wakianza kusikia maja gunshots. I just want to go back to my family.
Soldiers now from these other guys.
Yeah, but so these guys are just there for making $1. And they go back. They don't wanna die. They're not like jihadists.
Mm.
Yeah.
They're not there for
Yeah, so
for the long run.
they're not there for their death. So
You
these
get
guys,
it.
I think they're playing the same game.
There's another video I was seeing of like it's like two guys and then there's like the kid is the one riding the plane. He's the one
Who's riding it?
he was driving it. I'm on
Take me riding the
fly.
Take me on the plane, check.
The horse was named plane.
Give me riding plane.
But he's the one who was flying then and then
Can you imagine becoming a plane rider?
Checky, when I grow up, I want to ride the plane. Check me on the cockpit. Riding the cockpit.
Taking the pilot. Hello, Lali.
so these guys were jihadists, indio. So they're telling that kid just fly towards that building. And then the other guy is like, do you want to be a pilot when you grow up? The kid is like, yes. Like, don't worry, in another life. Allah. You get that is
Shit.
Anyway, how come during coronavirus this Al-Shabaab guys to be at guess?
and traveling restrictions. They didn't believe in vaccination. But it's
But it's good. At least coronavirus changed the trajectory, especially of.
But I think Kenya has not been
terrorism
has not been a target for
at least lately.
Lately, yeah.
I think we have our own terrorists.
Yeah.
Who?
Freaking Gen Zs, baby.
Wow.
Jackie, change or else. Jackie, how am I Gen Z wanatupeleka? That's wild.
That's wow.
But let me tell you, like, the reason in terms of PR the government is struggling so much with Gen Zs is we don't have a sponsor. We don't have a leader. We don't have. It's a spontaneous movement.
I tell you what, this thing is like a virus.
Trojan.
You know, a virus, it keeps changing. That's why it mutates. Yeah, it mutates, and then it okay.
Yeah. Let's just go with the right one. Mutate.
Changes.
Yeah.
No transforms. So dealing with a virus is really hard.
You should know.
He has herpes.
Take me in the morning. With mad prayer. Chicken family farmer. Buying the
unaopanga before zimeze ama zikaume nini.
You get both. Take a load the HIV virus, Lord Jesus. You guys, Mazi.
So you're saying your line of throat.
I thought of line of protect you guys. So yeah, this Gen Z movement is amorphous.
Yeah. And then now, you're like the narrative in it, they're keeping with me at it's a Gen Z movement, but like anyone who's joining it, like even millennials are part of it. Anyone who has a grievance is going to the streets. You know, it's not
I think the
like,
goodness
today there was like the media.
That was yesterday.
The media Uber guys by the way on the street. The media.
Uber guys ukipatikana una drive Uber wanatoa tire zako.
Serious.
Uliona?
Wanatoboa mazee. Yeah.
You guys, it was nasty. But and then there are so many. I think as you're saying now, information has been liberalized. People are having their own gatherings on X and discussing issues. So you can't come and lie to guys about expenditure and some of these basic things we never used to know about.
I think if there's one thing that even if like this movement haita bring up like concrete change, at least it imeanza the discussion mapema. Because hawa say walikuwa wataka wakule do and then 1 year ama 2 years before 2027 they come and start lying to us.
Okay, the usual.
So saizi they really have to strategize on how they're gonna deal.
No, I think you guys have really funguad the barabara for some
guys.
Yes, guys.
See hata when Gen Z
are the ones who funguad. The ones who went to the road.
Gen Z.
No, I'm saying, but you guys
cheki si tulizaliwa hii mwaka. Yeah, definitely Gen Z established in 23.
No, Gen Z are the ones who went, especially day one.
True.
Yeah. Sindo tulipopularize.
No fear
They went on the highways and the byways and actually made this thing a real thing. That guys will just observe, see if it will work or not. It started working, then we jumped on. But I've also why I want to do it after.
Anyone forget all his fucking stories. I mean, that's killer story.
Biden.
So nilikuwa namaanisha kwa 5808 hapo hivyo nilikuwa
si Biden.
But you guys, as we are concluding the pod now, what's what are we fighting for right now?
Right now we are fighting against corruption and poor governance. We need accountability.
So what's the action steps?
The action steps is we
need from government.
First of all, information imekuwa very freed. So right now, if let's say you live in Ngong, before this movement probably you never cared who your MP was, who your MCA was, but now at least you know who they are, and you know their responsibilities, and you can go to the office and be like, us, we need this road to be built, and we know you have money, you have CDF, you are funny. So it's like we've brought power back to the people.
So the action steps are what, man?
Corrupt people
go to the office and tell them to do their work.
I'm saying, what do we want to see from these guys?
Do their work.
So should we give them time to do their work? We chill out on the maandamano kiasi.
Hii kazi kwani si saizi hakuna maandamano. Leo hakuna maandamano. Sio mbona wafanye kazi saizi. We've given them 5 days,
3 days
of no maandamano.
3 working days.
No, hakuna hata kwenda kanisa. No. Every day is a working. You've not been working for the last 2 years.
No, for the last since independence.
Yeah.
63.
I always say that we stop them maandamano and give them. Once we stop, we lose our power.
What do you think?
It's a momentum game.
What do you think of this Kasmuel Ore fella?
I think it's polite.
In fact,
Hey, dungas, you dunga masuti.
you dunga masuti, jo. Karibu.
Hey.
So you, what do you think? What do you think going forward, you guys? Huh? History of my protest, nini?
As a Gen Z, I think going forward, we just have to trust in the power of like the collective movement. And
The standard collective movement.
we don't need to have like a leader or nini. Everything is going by it's a day by day.
We don't need a leader.
We don't need a leader.
So we have leaders who we elected, and we are the people. They are the people who are
Our leaders, we elected them, so we're just enforcing.
yeah.
We're just keeping them on the street and narrow.
On their-
To follow the
Yeah.
constitution.
one of
That's
the
our
roles
job.
of the opposition is to
Kuwasalimia
keep
if they don't do their
the
shit.
government on their
Check.
toes. But now
You can do that through
there's no
representatives or
opposition.
yourselves,
There's
according
no
to the
opposition
constitution.
right now.
Yeah.
Directly or indirectly, the people shall.
The people shall.
The line.
Nine years on as imagine as an ex-Gen Z.
Former Gen Z.
Gen Z. What I can Ruto actually, Ruto has a chance to be hero wa Africa nzima, even if it's gonna hurt him
If he just
and his
resigns.
cronies. But even if it hurts him and his cronies, he has a chance to change the trajectory of Africa. Me, I think.
True.
In this
Must be
sense,
mad.
not only kufuta cabinet, was a big step in itself.
Yeah.
Aya, atewakale. You of course that's very obvious and you cannot say that you don't see.
I mix it up.
Allegedly.
As long
Mix it
as
up.
someone is qualified.
Yeah, qualified and mix it up.
What if it's all Kales but
Qualified.
at their job?
We'll get there when we see it. Walipose corrupt. Kama umeshikwa na kesi, Baba Wino enda
Nyonga.
kando. Waigoro enda
Nyonga.
kando. As in, it's not even a story mrefu. Kama Waigoro unapenda country yako, you'd be like, you know what? Let me go. Yeah, you wouldn't even atipingana or
Then you
try
go home
to.
and then you go report at the nearest police station for arrest.
Yeah.
So
You're
Ruto has a chance to do some really. Hata kama atafanya vitu mingi, he has a chance to
Sorry.
Ruto has a chance to do some really good shit if he wanted to, and
It can end well.
asijione kani
Yeah,
mjanja
si
sana.
lazima
Asiki ujanja into
Hiyo
it.
ujanja
He needs to
imeisha.
be human now. Hakuna story ya ujanja sahi.
Mr. President, how do you feel?
When baby dies.
Yeah. Hizo maswali unaona
Check it.
anashindwa kuni.
I feel nothing.
See, he's still alive.
He's alive. Is he not alive? You see the police are working in this
So what
framework.
happened is
Stop that.
protester
Because-
began with cops and
And
took the
then-
gun.
he needs to be more
And
human.
shot,
He needs to
the
show a
protesters.
human face. Si kushatopa kiongea maneno, tumeweka kwa
But I
utaratibu.
also think like
tumeweka
his
nini.
politics imemfikisha thus far, but from here the landscape of politics in Kenya has changed forever.
Imechange by the way.
So, so everything is trying to knee like kama easy abductions, easy nini,
Kwanza
because we
abductions.
all know he's trying to instill fear into the knee, but
We
like
know
the more
you're
he's
doing
doing
it.
that, the more angalia venye Tuesday watu walitokea bado, like people actually really don't care that you're gonna shoot them.
True.
So the more he does these things, these abductions, hizi nini, alafu anasema ati he doesn't have any information about. Sasa hao ni kina nani na Mike
the government will fuatilia. That's some nonsense. We know you know. Hata kama uongelei. Acha kutupima. Hiyo time imeisha by the way.
Wait, but
afanye tu kazi with the
you guys, I used to go to another church kitambo called JCC.
I know JCC.
Yeah, but Pastor Alam Kenyan.
He passed.
Hey, that's
Yeah.
Sorry.
R.I.P. you guys. But I chomoka that church.
What?
Yeah.
So now they're into the club, because I used to teach Sunday school. So
You used to teach Sunday school.
Check it, John chapter 1 verse 1. So you guys,
Jesus.
So in the midst of my teaching Sunday school, you guys, now they went to some club.
Yeah.
Some chick twerked on me and I busted. Now,
I was when you were Sunday school teacher.
so I thought I was going to infect those two.
Last.
So I quit, man.
So tukaanzisha Kuomonga podcast.
Umse akienda na
I infect the world instead.
alienda na corduroy pants zake zenye ziko stiff. See kids, this is what happens when you don't put your trust
Zimejisimamia.
And God.
in the kingdom.
So you guys left, man. But you guys, I went to that church for a while. But also it was a mixed bag of being that place. It's really changa though.
Yeah, ndege yao
It's really
hali ya
Is it true that they used to
kina.
chase people who can't get up to that's propaganda?
But they used to changisha ya yote. This would be a pastor for preaching before offering. Check it out, pastor. And now it is time to give. Check those guys in the clip. Check.
Bringing in the sheaves.
So after you give,
Bringing in the sheaves.
we shall come rejoicing.
Bringing in the sheaves.
So you guys,
Bangia.
so that pastor preaches during the sermon, there's giving during the preaching, and then after the preaching, there's not
Bro, tunapata mara ngapi kwa hii shit?
Mzee, walikuwa na make sure yani
check it out, rinsing and checking.
Yeah.
So it's a mix. I have mixed feelings about it. Romeo really got sick. He got cancer of his bone marrow.
Yeah, but marrow.
Damn.
Yeah.
I think it was in Mapping.
Hangejiombea.
leukemia ama
I think it's a good year. Alikuwa ameamua you guys.
aliamua amecollect enough. Siki no nilete personally.
You get me? I'm not laughing at that.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know why churches. I get that people get comfort from things, from churches and from people speaking so confidently about something. But kuna vitu zingine unafaa tu jione kama wasi wana.
No, but to be honest, sometimes when you're in there, you can't see it.
Yeah.
What do you
You're too
mean,
close
if
to the
someone is asking you
elephant.
to, someone is asking you to changa 5 times in the mass, in the preaching, whatever. That's what someone who's buying you badly.
No, and I'm telling you, as someone who's inside there,
You
sometimes you
couldn't
can't see it. But when you, in fact, it took me a very long time to accept that it was a bit weird.
Yeah, it's very weird. It's very weird. Unachikita nani? Seka Kanyare.
Ndio sahi.
Ushona Kanyare is even
You
told a
see him
video.
fingering some mommy.
I saw him. I saw it.
Why does that guy call himself Pastor?
I don't know why he does
Was me, I'm a
this.
Christian
Yeah,
man. Why does he? What?
Ameka kamera hapa hivi. He's sitting here with this light skin chick over here.
You can see his hand.
His hand goes over. Then she's like, no, listen, don't do this.
Shoots for real.
He keeps doing.
I didn't hear the audience.
It. Yeah, he keeps doing it. And then she's like, hey, atakama ati, I like the guts. I can't check.
Oh, she said that.
Yeah, she said that she likes the guts.
Okay, Pastor. Is Kanyari married?
I don't think he is anymore. He was married to Betty Bayo.
The problem with such guys is they really reduce what Christianity truly
It
is.
does.
Yeah, and there is like they make an example like
So
out
people
of
use
this.
that
Like if this is a Christian, Christianity is not. Yeah.
So how is the people still fill up Kanyare's church after seeing all this
I
shit
think that's
that he
one problem.
does?
Yeah.
Alafu mpaka nenda anaambiwa say check ya church yangu msilete macoins hapa. Mpaka nazita mangotore. Kio mangotore.
Yeah.
Ati don't bring nini here.
Why can't you stop being a pastor and become just a show?
Yeah, just become a showman, man. Just become
But you can't
That's a clown.
No, you can't
It's like a
attract
clown.
people
It's a
that-
character.
That's his.
hiyo character yako deep nayo sana. Ni method acting.
Yeah, I
deep
think that's
sana.
crazy, you guys. But no, but to be honest, there are some good churches. You
There
know,
are some good
despite-
churches.
Just the way there are some con man
Of
doctors.
course, yeah.
there are some
Same
good
way.
doctors.
True, I agree. But you have to mtu lazima ujione.
And it's most of
Unaona
them.
nini.
Most of them is got to serve.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if it's most of them.
I
I
think
think
that's
it's most of them.
Especially
No,
now,
if it's
sure.
mainstream
most of them
ones.
are run
I think it's
by
few.
profit.
PCA nini
most of them.
PCA Catholic nini
Like Catholic.
but hizi zingine helicopter sijui nani
Like msaidu
Hizo-
anamuatieni pastor na
And then-
Without any
There's no
sort of...
governing.
yeah no
Yeah,
theology
there's
no theology no
yeah.
nothing
Yeah, that's a
What-
bright-
what
The
does
one
it
where you're the one-man show is
and then
definitely...
because you have a
gonna
loud
go.
voice or
Si kama
something
TB Joshua the prophet
Three.
ule ni TB Joshua ama TB Joshua
yeah,
Yeah,
Joshua.
TB.
TB Joshua yeah,
TB, not
like for him he got to a
Oh,
point
yeah,
where he was almost a god. There was no one telling him sijui, and the things he used to do were like even the people are so brainwashed that he's doing something wrong, but you cannot
You're
question
not
a man of God.
questioning and you're not throwing yourself from there.
Yeah.
You're only to mbona usijitoe.
Kwanza venye alishika wazungu, I think hapo he convinced the entire world.
Yeah, but kushika ewe.
Yeah. So RIP mazee bwana bwana Alan.
RIP TB Joshua mazee.
RIP you guy hao wote wamededi kwa
Panda protest heroes. RIP.
Amandla you guy.
Corey.
Tuimbe you guy. Sapasa pelisizwe sinyama.
Ni nyama.
Isizwe sabazulu. Jackie, he took me to the room. He whipped me in the ass. He pinched me in the butt cheeks.
RIP to also the women man who were found the people who were found in Kwarema.
RIP mazee. You guy.
Kwarema
That was
Kuru.
sad, like-
May the blood haunt the killers for life, you guys.
Fuck all them.
May their left balls rot.
And their vaginas too.
Stink!
Amen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get on that note. Wait, is there anything we're plugging?
I think
This weekend what's starting?
a man. No. Ty is headlining.
Yeah, that's a good one,
Bar.
right?
Paul the Black is gonna be there.
Yeah, Paul the Black, shout out Paul the Black.
Douglas.
Marcus Douglas is a
Nathan
beast!
Ray. So you know.
Shit!
That is a stark lineup, man.
Killer lineup, eh?
Yeah, so you guys have to show up, Maze, please. That's
Sado.
That's this at Laugh
at the Laugh Bar.
Yeah.
And then next week, if there are no Mandamano, we'll be back at Village Markets doing
Yeah.
Yes.
And on 30th, we are doing a roast of the Wa Jesus family.
Yes, yeah. That
So guys, please,
Roast them.
tumeni hizo matusi kwa comments tafadhali. I've collected a few from well wishers.
Yeah, and don't send them all to Bashir. Send
them to the person who's requesting.
Yeah, because utachukua zote anasema because I posted the thing.
Yeah, true. Then there is also what else? Robbie Collins is coming back. Robbie.
Yeah.
When?
2nd of August.
Oh, that's polite, man.
Yeah. Found the date over here.
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
He'll be performing alongside Dak Mutai and Ty Ngashira.
Yeah.
Mamito.
Oh, and Mamito, sorry, yeah.
It's gonna be 2nd of August. He's coming with his show. What's it called? What's the name of his show?
Sarafina.
Let's confirm.
Yeah, but one of the best comedians in South Africa. He's toured alongside Dave Chappelle, Trevor Noah.
He's actually Trevor Noah's best bud.
Yeah, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, he's been on Amazon.
Trevor Noah is Komonge.
I saw I think it's called Laugh Out Loud. Last one laughing and
Yeah.
last one.
Also on the roast, all of them.
The roast is,
yeah,
He's dope. He's the guy I learned crowd from.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Those
It's
like
pretty easy.
It's called the Come As You Are tour.
Nairobi.
come as you are to, and that's pretty cool. Like when he
I
came
think Basta
here,
not the waiver.
he hung out with us and just
come on.
whole
That
time,
was
man.
so
He
chill, eh?
wasn't like he was smoking, drinking with us.
He was even hanging out with that guy who was not a
Not even
comedian.
a comedian. You're like, man, we've seen comedians from Kenya not even hang out with us,
He's
pretending to be
See,
like
this guy
better
opened
than
for
us.
Dave Chappelle.
This guy he's done New York Cellar, he's done New York, Dubai,
Cellar.
everywhere.
I think they sell like on New York.
Comedy Cellar, thank you, Nduta.
Utawala.
Ni base yake.
Wamefanya Cellar Cask, wamefanya fucking everywhere.
Yeah, so guys, I think tumelamba ya kutosha, but you guys get the point. This
Yeah.
guy is amazing. He's been doing comedy for more than
Forever,
15 years. Isn't it?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
could quote all his jokes here, but
And then it's an also lineup, Doug and Mamito. I think Doug and Mamito.
Yeah, featuring Mamito.
Kuna masport kwa issue.
I asked that.
Wanafaa waweke masport.
Lazima, and it's 2 days, 3 days.
I think it's
It's a 2-day.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah,
The
anyway.
second and third.
Oh, nice.
Okay,
nice.
okay.
Maybe you should. I'll interest him in chapter in KSU Friday.
Yeah. Tumlete
Yeah.
pod by the way.
How much stuff to do Scorano case?
Yeah, we maybe might have him.
What about on the? Yeah, but that would be
Yeah.
dope, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, tumlete kwa pod.
Yeah.
Tumlete kwa pod.
Also, Mazee,
Shamkumanga one by one ama atu.
Unajua wako na years of experience.
Atatukumbuka. But then alisema amechapa for 17 years.
Kuchapa.
That is a master better.
Amechapa show for 17 years.
He's a master bit.
He's bet his members serious.
Yeah.
But for real, check out Come As You Are tour and all these shows. Stand Up Collective websites.
Yeah.
Karura, we have Chaos Organics on 5th. A small intimate show, so you have to get your tickets early. The lineup, I'm trying to see if Robbie Collins will be around up. You phrase it.
I think how you are saying like as long as it's stage time, they don't really mind.
That's humble.
Yeah, we should aspire to get to that point.
Manze, me don't want to be an arrogant prick.
Yeah, just because we didn't need.
Much.
What do you mean much? It is an arrogant guess. Really, it is another day made of Fweneke. Shout out to Fweneke. Not David still.
Yeah.
Shout out
David
to
Aman.
Fuck yeah, nigga.
Shout out to
So I called him and said, wait, but the audition Eleni. And he really told me I'm some boy.
Just because you called him.
Fuck
Those days when I was starting out, so like, boss man, I just wanted to know when the audition.
Yeah, just give him.
But I learned a lesson that day. I said the day I become a great comic, I really jikaza and not feel it. Although there's some annoying guys like Eddie.
Yeah, you will. You will.
Bro, so you don't feature white kids.
Yeah, that's true. He knows.
Shout out to Eddie Mitchell.
Yeah, shout out to Dimitri. He knows.
So I try my best not to Although I don't know how you can control that shit.
Sometimes when you're trying to keep your boundaries as a figure, as a public figure, it does come off as arrogance, I'd say.
Yeah.
But pia wewe ukijua kuna wale tu ni asshole for sure.
Yeah.
So if you know you're not that, that's fine. Just keep doing it.
Subscribe to our membership.
Yeah, by the way, full episodes on members tab.
Yeah. They've been dropping before.
Yeah.
You get early access.
Early access, full access.
So before these people who don't have $1 a month can watch the pod, you'll be enjoying the pod.
The full pod.
The full pod. Continuously.
Without any breaks.
Yeah, so we're trying to make sure that our members are
prioritized.
Yeah, they're getting exclusive content.
Members are very
members.
Collective
members.
So cheers, man. See you guys on the next one.
Stay safe.
Bye, man.